What's good, what's good, what's good, family? It's your boy, the Wallstreet Trapper. Welcome to another amazing episode of Trappin Tuesday, man. We appreciate y'all coming here tonight. Y'all know our goal is to help you create legacy. Our goal is to help you navigate the market. But most importantly, our goal is to help you build wealth one share at a time. Jose, I want to start off today with something real, powerful that's really been on my brain, right? Not only have we been on this mission to help our audience and just the world, not just build wealth, but accumulate assets to change the narrative of their financial legacies, to help them make the exodus from poverty to middle class, to upper class, to generational wealth. Not only have we have been in the trenches with our people, empowering them financially, we've also made sacrifices with them. And so one of the things I want to talk about tonight is God and money. Yeah. And I know that's a financial show, right? But we like this to be a real life show. And so I realized I want to really say this, that God did not put us here to be broke. He told us be fruitful, multiply, but Jose, he also told us to have dominion. Right? He told us to have dominion, Jose. So that means we not just here to be stewards, we are here to also be achievers. We are here to steward money, steward the land. He also told us to possess. And so when you take possession of something, Jose, that means you are actually doing what's necessary to take hold of what is rightfully yours. And Jose, I think for too long we have not understood what is rightfully ours. So there's this saying in Proverbs, Jose. It's Proverbs 24, 2-4, where it says, a house is built on wisdom. It is established on understanding. But with knowledge, the rooms shall be filled with precious metal and riches. And so what I love about that, Jose, is the idea and the fact that in order for us to possess the land, in order for us to build the house, we need knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. The understanding is we see the rules to the game, Jose. We take in the knowledge, Jose, and the wisdom comes from experience. Knowledge is the information, Jose. The information is all around us. Every week we come here, we make sure we give the people the information. That information that we give them, Jose, comes from the wisdom that I have accumulated over the years, so I am able to depict this information and break it down and give them analogies so they can say, aha, because once I make you have an aha moment, you have now put it in your brain that this is attainable. So I've turned my wisdom into practical steps, not just theory. Right? I've taken my wisdom, I've taken my experiences, I've taken my losses, I've taken my pain, I've taken my wins, I've taken my adversity, molded it all together like a potter and say, here, eat from the fruit of my wisdom. And the dope part about the fruit of my wisdom is an all-you-can-eat buffet, because I never stop learning. So we're going to go a little deeper, Jose, because it says that if you, watch this, Jose, if you sow sparingly, you reap sparingly. But if you sow abundantly, you reap abundantly. So every time we do something, we are sowing seeds of abundance because we know that wealth is abundant. Wealth is abundant, Jose. There is not a lack of wealth nowhere on this earth. There is not a lack of wealth nowhere on this earth. So why is it that a certain group of people don't see the abundance, but they harbor in the lack? And there's another group of people who all they see, all they identify with, Jose, is abundance. And so the reason why we started the beginning off with the house analogy is because it never said, watch this, Jose, it didn't say that the house became rich off hard work. It didn't say the rooms in the house was full from hard work. It said the rooms in the house will be filled with precious metals and riches from knowledge. That's what it says. That's not my words, Jose. It's not my words. So we can build wealth by, watch this, Jose. We can build wealth by gravitating to God, and then God gives us money principles. We can gravitate to God, and then God gives us money principles. Okay, so here's what we know, Jose. Here's what we understand about the idea of when we look at people that's wealthy. Wealthy people have principles in which they live by. Wealthy people understand that there's rules to the money game that we must not go against, because if you go against the rules of the money game, you have a higher chance of going back to being broke. So what do? They abide by the rules. As a matter of fact, Jose, the rules become non-negotiable. And I got this beautiful saying, Jose, that I said, we cannot negotiate the necessary. So what is the necessary? Stay away from the gray area of the rules that you need to abide by to stay wealthy. It's simple. But watch this, Jose. Here's the dope part about it. We cannot go to God just for money. We got to go to God for the principles that he have in order for us for life. There's life principles so it's like if we abide by the life principles, then we get the abundance from everything else, Jose. And that's cool, because what happens is the life principles keep us in line. I remember E.T. told me this one time, Jose. E.T. told me one time I was on tour with him. He said, Trap. He said, God punishes me more because I understand. I said, what? Huh? He said, once you understand, once you have enlightenment, once you have awareness, you are now accountable. He said, so when people walking around and they don't have awareness and they don't have enlightenment, I cannot hold them accountable. I say, dang, OG, that's heavy right there. He said, but the minute you get enlightened, the minute you come in contact, the punishment becomes severe. I said, this is it. So the key at this point is saying, watch this. I want to be enlightened so that I can take possession of everything that you already have in store for me. Because as long as I'm living in the naive state, in the ignorant state, I actually don't get access to your essence. So Jose, my question is, how long do we stay naive to the purpose that is set for us? Okay, watch this, Jose. Here's something that's amazing right here. Watch this. It says that wealth is, I want to make sure I say it right, Jose. It is gained little by little, but it is taken away in bunches. It is gained little by little, but it is taken away, Jose, in bunches. So when I think about that, it made me think about when we tell people building wealth one share at a time. Because the power in consistently building it. We're going to talk about something tonight, Jose. Sam Walton now has 3 of his heirs that are now worth $100 billion. 3 of them. This has never happened before. 3 heirs worth $100 billion. That didn't happen overnight. That didn't happen overnight. So our goal, bro, is to help our people navigate the game over a long period of time. It's to help you understand that you will not get rich tomorrow, but you get rich in spirit as you understand you're on a journey. Progress enriches you. Progress improves your outlook on the game. When we went to Kansas City, Jose, when we walked in there, the first thing we said was, oh, I see why they went. I said, I see why they went. It was a winner's environment. I said, Jose, we got to adapt this. This energy that they have in here, it has to be in my building. But here's the thing. When you go in there, all you see is footprints. You see the DNA. You see accomplishments. You see principles. So you see the formula of what it takes to win. You see the people who have won before. You understand the prestige in this establishment. And it made me think. When we go to certain households, what do you see when you walk in the house? Do you see the blueprint of the family? Do you see the tradition of the family? Do you see the achievements of the family? Do you have a reason why you have to aspire to be better? Because the family's legacy, the family's tradition is on winning. The family's tradition is we win. So when you look at the Walmart family, the tradition is we create billionaires. At this point now, the Walmart tradition is we create, Sam Walton's legacy is not Walmart, we create billionaires. That's his legacy. That's his legacy. That's his legacy. My seed created billionaires. This is my name now. So my question moving forward is, what will your seed produce? You're talking God and money. You tell a tree about a fruit it bears. Oh my God. You feed a family From the fruit of the lips. So what are you speaking into the family? What are you speaking into? Are you telling your kids they stupid? Are you asking your kids why you did that dumb stuff? Or are you telling them you are the next millionaire? You will be a billionaire. You can't account. What are you feeding them from the fruit of your lips? And then from the fruit of your lips, what is the tradition that they see in the household that reinforces what you feed them from your lips? Yeah, this is a financial show for sure, 100%. But I need y'all to understand the importance of why we doing what we doing. Like everybody want to get to the money, but nobody want to do no internal change. Everybody want to jump on the money. Why you think so many people hit the lottery? Why you think so many people, rappers, why you think so many athletes, when they get money, they go broke? You know why? They ain't did no internal change. God and money. God and money. But you want to pray to God after you got the money, you went broke. God, give it back to me. I ain't really know what to do. Nah, I gave you a shot, family. I gave you a shot. I gave you a shot. I gave you a shot. You squabbled it, squandered it. You ain't take full. The problem is, fellas, it's like we get that good one. We get that one. And then we fumble. And then when we fumble, now we like, oh, this was the one. This was the one. Now you in life like, man, now I gotta work on myself. And you gotta pray that you get another. Fellas, we done did it. God done bless you with the one. God done bless you with the, She got all the tools. But we fumbled it. And when we fumble it, now we gotta go. Let's stop fumbling it. Let's start recognizing the opportunity that we blessed with the minute we get it. God and money. So tonight, man, I want us to really tap in. Tonight, I want this to be a show where we truly say, you know what? We got a couple months left in this year. Let's let these last few months of this year be how we have our financial breakthrough. Because I'm going to be honest with you. We know, listen, we look at historical data, it says that the last part of the year is the best part of the year in the market. If we just look at historical data, it says the last part of the year is the best part of the year for the market. Once you get past August and September, you get a nice October, November, December, January. So let's prepare for 2020. Let's get into 2025 now. Let the New Year's resolution start now. Let the change for what we're gonna do with 25 start now. Let the diets and the workouts and the money habits, let them start now. Don't even wait. Let's go into 2025 with momentum. Because acceleration causes momentum. Let's start accelerating. You ever been in a car and you gas it, you accelerate, then you take your foot off the gas. What happened? It still go. It don't automatically slow down. You hit the gas, you take your foot off it still go for a little while. You know why? Because acceleration causes momentum. So what you're doing is you're trying to jumpstart yourself in January. You done already told yourself, I'm going to wait to January. You know what you just did? You killed the momentum. So now you got to muster up the momentum in January, and then by the time April come, you like, let's get the momentum now. And ain't nothing like some financial momentum. Ain't nothing like opening that account right now. Opening right. Let me start putting it in now. Let me start accumulating now. me be in position now. Let me vaccinate myself from the excuses. Let me vaccinate myself from people who don't see life the way. Let me change the circle. Let me dig a moat around myself so that people who attacking me, watch this, they're not even attacking you from a perspective to harm you. They're attacking you because their laziness has become contagious. They're attacking you because their ability to not focus has rubbed off on you. They're attacking you because their ability to not set goals has now infiltrated your system. They're attacking you because their ability to keep partying and not focus on the real things in life has now took you off your dean. They're attacking you because all the trauma that they keep pouring on you is now affecting your life. Watch this. Your accountability partner can't be broken too. How you want somebody that's broken to be your accountability partner? They got to go get fixed. I'm broken, you broken, we trauma bonded. We can't do nothing right here. I got to go find somebody that's fixed already to help me. So separation. Separation. The moat allows you to have separation. The moat allows you to grow. Because guess what? When you're in separation and you connecting with God, guess what he can do? He can pour into you. He can fertilize you. You got weeds. Look, you know what the weeds do? The weeds, as a byproduct, the weeds suffocate the air and take the nutrients from the plant. That's what weeds do. And guess what? Every day you got to kill them. You don't got to, listen to this. With weeds, Jose, you don't even got to nurture them things. You don't got to fertilize them things. You don't got to do nothing. All you got to do is leave them unattended. That's what you're doing. The friends in your life, the people around your life, you just leaving them unattended. And by a byproduct of that, what they doing is they suffocating your life from you. They suffocating your money from you. They suffocating your dreams from you. They suffocating everything you want to do. They suffocating it from you. And guess what you're doing? You dying a slow death. You dying a slow death because you a people pleaser. You down to slow debt because you're scared to say no. You down to slow debt because you don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. You down to slow debt because you really don't want to go to the party because your friend showed up for you and because she cried on your shoulder and because he was there for you and all that. You feel like by default you got to be loyal to them. You don't know how to be selfish with yourself because you don't know. You don't understand. You don't understand. I just want us to understand that there is such a beautiful thing on the other side of all this. Once you start living a certain way, I'm not saying you got to have all the money in the world, but what I'm saying is once you start living a certain way, once you start seeing life a certain way, I promise you, it becomes that much easier for you to say no. Once you start navigating a certain way, once you start going to different rooms and you see the people in the rooms talking about different things, you like, whoa, I was in a mentorship, Jose. It cost $100,000 to be in this mentorship. I was getting so much information that people say, bro, when I saw you sit in the seat, the way you was acting over there, it was like you couldn't hold it. I say, bro, because I've never been in a room like this before. I said, I've never been. They say, bro, I saw it in you. I say, bro, I'm a lifer here. You can count on me paying my $100,000 every year for the rest of my life. For the rest of my life. Because here's what happens. You get in a room like that and you start changing peer groups. You get in a room like that, you start meeting people that are connected to people who are connected to people who not on Instagram. See, you looking at the followers determine if you want this person to be your friend or not. You looking at the blue check to determine if you want this person to be your friend or not. You looking to see who like this person, which people you know like this person to decide if you want to be a friend or not. But they got some people in this world that ain't care about none of that, and everybody who they cool with, that probably got one follower if they got a page. They got people in this world who don't even, who actually look at your Instagram and decide this is not the person I want to be with. I'm gonna tell you something real gangster, dog. I was talking to TD Jakes one day and he said, I watch your page every day. I said, what? He said, I watch your page every day. You ain't did nothing wrong. When I call you, that's when you know you did something wrong. And it wasn't about me trying to post to please him. It was me saying, you never know who watching you. Because as much as you say this ain't real life, you lying. If you see a post you like and you share it, guess what? You felt that in some type of way. If somebody did something you liked it, guess what? You felt that in some type of way. It might not tell me everything about you, but it showed me characteristics on who you are, how you think, the people you like, the people you associate with, what you find funny, what you don't find funny. So I'm telling you, we got to stop judging people, how many followers they got, who follow you. I've never asked nobody to follow me on Instagram. Tonight, we're going to talk about God and money. We got a lot to talk about. Jose, take him out of the chat. We talk about God. We're going to talk about money. And hopefully by the end of the night, we have moved the needle in somebody's life. Trappin Tuesday, episode 110. Jose, let's get started, dog. How we feel, dog? Satori, you could do me a favor? In the office, we have in that bag, they got the watermelon and they got the other one. Could you bring me the other one? I appreciate you. Jose, how we feel tonight, dog?
Man, we feeling good, bro. Kansas City, we back home.
Kansas City, we back home.
You know what I'm saying?
We back home.
We got the video too, whenever you ready.
We got what?
The video, you know what I'm saying? Some people ain't get to see the joint.
We got a video from Kansas City?
Yeah, they got the thing, we got that thing. We got the call and everything, you know?
We got the call and everything?
Yeah, that thing ready. But,
oh,
we
man.
gotta talk to the people a little bit.
Huh?
I said, you know we got to talk to the people a little bit.
Where your mic at?
They definitely missed you.
I missed them too, bro. You know I missed the tribe, dog. But listen, last week wasn't personal. Right, last week, Jose, I really just wanted us to, I wanted us to focus on a debate. Mm-hmm. I think the debate was important. That's all good. I think the debate was important for us because we're going to talk about some of that tonight. We're going to talk about how we're not going to talk about the people eating the dogs and the cats. We're not going to talk about.
Coming up with videos of that.
We're not going to talk about the people they're eating the dogs.
Barbecue.
Bro, I'm not going to lie. When I heard that, Jose, I was like, bro, done went off script. I said, bro, done went off script.
Yeah, he was freestyling. Somebody
bro,
gave
at this
him something.
point, bro said, I'm in my bag and this how I feel. I was like, oh boy, it's downhill from here. Once he said that, they're eating I said, ooh-wee, it's over now.
Over.
And watch this, Jose. I'm not even necessarily saying she cooked them.
Okay. I caught the end. That last
See, a lot of people
quarter.
feel like she cooked them. I don't even think she cooked him. I don't think she cooked him. I don't even think the debate was, I don't even think that it wasn't, here's what I saw when I watched it, Jose. When I watched it, I watched a person in Kamala Harris understanding, watch this, understanding who her opponent was. Right? And in war, a debate is a verbal war. One of my favorite movies, was real talk, top 10 is The Great Debaters. Right? But I don't think that she necessarily because she didn't tell you much about, she didn't give you a lot of input on what she was going to do. Right? If you really listen to it, so one of the things I do is I listen to it without emotion. Because what people tend to do is they look at, and I'm about to say this, Jose, watch, they look at Donald Trump being a white man and look at her being a African-American, mixed heritage woman. How you would say it? She's just a mixed woman.
Yeah, identity politics.
Right? She has both, right? And they say, well, because I don't like this white man, I'm going to vote for her. And you got some people saying because she's a woman, I'm going to vote for her. And you got some people saying, well, because Trump is a white man, I'm going to vote for him. And I ain't voting for no woman. Like, that's just the reality of what's going on right here, right? So for me as a person who has been able to navigate like a certain class financially, right? For me, it's how do I understand, not even, bro, watch this, Jose, not even what's right for my money. Because God is the source of my money.
He's still cooking.
Right? God is the source of my money. So I don't care what the laws is, bro. Right? So people look at resources. Well, this happened, and this happened, and this happened, and this happened. I'm like, no. God is the source. He has control of all my money. He has control of my life. He didn't get me here just to let somebody make some laws and take away from me what he's already blessed me with. The problem is we thinking we did all the work. I know I ain't did all the work. I ain't know nobody that played for Kansas City. I ain't know nobody that's in the NFL. How we get them phone calls? I ain't know nobody at the Breakfast Club. How I get that phone? I ain't know nobody at Ellen. How I get that phone call?
God, the PR.
God is the PR, bro. So I look at God as the source. Look at God as the source.
But you know something crazy? You know, I got a Joseism.
Come on.
If that was a game show and my grandma was watching, she'd be like, go on, black girl. I don't know if y'all grandmas ever did that just because they black.
I think that's why a lot of people voted for Barack. The first time, I think a lot of people voted for Barack because he was black. I don't have nothing against it. I don't care either way the show. But here's what I watched when I watched the debate, though, Jose. I watched a woman be real strategical and methodical on how she can manipulate this man.
That is true.
That's what I saw.
That is true.
That's what I saw. She baited him out the gate. Let me tell you how she baited him out the gate, Jose. She walked up to him and gave him a handshake. Man. He didn't go to her, because guess what he was going to do? He was going to go right to
his podium.
If you go look at it, she went to him. And I saw that and I said, oh, she ready. I said, she ready.
Chess move.
Chess move. Because right before the debate, I was watching like multiple networks and it was like, there's not going to be a handshake because that ain't what he do. Right? Like, it was like you know what I'm saying? So she forced that. Like, I was like, ooh, I said, oh, she ready. So I'm watching it, Jose, and I'm like, okay. And she did a couple things that was just tactical. Like, so here's the thing. You can only pretend to be a certain way for so long before who you are naturally just comes out, right? Before you just naturally just comes out. And if somebody keep poking you for so long, of certain situations trigger whatever it is, you're just gonna be like, it is what it is, this is what we doing, right? So I remember watching the first question. She answered it she answered it politically correct. And then he answered the question, politically correct. No venom. I said, I said, Donald playing ball tonight. I said, oh, he ready. I thought he was ready. By the third question, he was in mode.
Yep.
His face had done got pink. Once the face got pink, and once he started doing this, I said, gone. He back. He back.
It looked like you practiced that squinch, bro.
That's what he been doing. I said, he back. It's over. He gone. And then once he said the dogs, I said, nah, bro. Nah, bro.
Oh, that's when all the memes came out.
And then the dude, now I don't know if this is supposed to happen though, but every time Donald Trump would make a statement, a fact about something, the dude would fact check him. The dude the moderator would fact check him. And like, I was like, yo, where that started happening?
Yeah, they ain't playing no games with
right?
this.
Like, he would say something, but watch this. So I saw something though. After the second time he said something, she just gave him that look. She was great at holding her composure. And so what happens is, when the American people looking at who's going to run for their country, no matter how you feel, seeing ads and seeing snippets, that's one thing. But seeing a person react in real time is something different. And so she said something. She said, what you're going to hear tonight. So she got in front of him. She got in front of him. She said, what you're going to hear tonight is a bunch of name calling and a bunch of lies.
The reverse Eminem 8 Mile joint. Called it out beforehand.
And the first thing he started doing, now I'm not here to say he was lying. That's not for me to say. I think they both going to stretch the truth a little bit. But he went with name call. And I said, this is such an amazing bait play. This is so amazing. And then once he got to a certain state, he could not turn around. He was all in. He was himself. And I remember him saying something. He was like, she's not even supposed to be up here. Joe Biden is the president. Where he at? He probably can't remember what he doing. I said, Donnie. I said, Donnie.
She was like, yo, you talking to me, bro.
She was just like, so I'm just saying that for me, I don't think that she actually cooked him from a policies and agenda. What I think she did was she understood what the moment was. And she was ready for the moment. And she had the ability to give people a different perspective of her. Now, whatever your perspective is what it is. It is what it is. It's not for me to say right or wrong. But then she did something that was real dope that I was like, dang, this is good. She said, all you're going to hear about is what it is, Product 2025, something like that. Project 2025. So he said, that's not me. I don't even have an agenda. I don't even have a policy. All I have is a concept. I said, ooh, that was a sweet play right there. And the reason why that's a sweet play is because as a president, as a person running for president, it's kind of like you have to have
what's your plan?
A plan.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have a plan. And I said, if you don't got a plan, if you don't have a plan, that's big. And now, it's not that she even laid out a whole plan. She didn't lay out a plan. But he said, I don't have a plan. So it's a difference between me saying, I don't have a plan, and you not knowing if I got a plan or not.
I kind of respect the
you feel me?
I kind of respect. Hey, I ain't got one.
But how you gonna run the country if you don't got a plan?
You can't, but they love it. They be like, well,
yeah, bro. So I was just like, again, it wasn't that I just wanted to, and that's why we took off from the show last week, because I personally wanted us to listen to the two people who at the forefront of running this country for the next 4 years. That's the only thing I wanted. It's not about who I'm voting for. It's not about I really don't care. Right? I think there's pros and cons that come with both. Right? It just depends on who you feel. Somebody said he actually does have a plan though, but he said he don't have a plan. This came out his mouth. He said, I don't have a plan. I have a concept. That ain't a plan. So I'm not going, you wrong. You're definitely wrong in the chat. The bearded one, you're wrong. The breaded one, whatever your name is, you're wrong. He don't have a plan. He said, I don't have a plan. Verbatim, he says, I do not have a plan. I have a concept. A plan is this is how we go from A, this is how we go to B, this is what I'm proposing to do with C. This is a plan. That is a plan. In order to build a house, you have to show the people architectural plans. When you're going to escape, when they have a hurricane in New Orleans, they say, what is the evacuation plan? when you're in a burning building, they say if the building catch on fire, here's the escape plan. I mean, a plan is a blueprint that's concrete evidence on what we're going to do. The fool has a plan. You out of your mind. You out of your mind. The fool has a plan. Okay.
Kansas City.
Man said a fool has a plan.
Everybody want to hear about Kansas City, the trip. You reading them comments.
He wasn't talking about healthcare. They asked him a plan. They didn't say, they said, do you have a plan? A plan. Okay, let's go even further. If you're in America, you don't have a healthcare plan. And I'm not even against him. That's not good either. You know why that's not good? Because millions of Americans can't afford healthcare. You have a plan. That's not good either. And the thing about politics, you know what it is about politics that I don't like I'm so good at? Because I don't care. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't lean either way. I let the facts be the facts. The thing that most people can't do in politics is they let the person, whoever they like, they let their like for a person manipulate the facts that they see and don't see. That's what most people do. That's what most people do. That's what most people do. I don't got to watch that foolishness again. Because that's what I got. I got God and I got me some money. That's my plan. Well, so I got a plan. I got a plan. You know what my plan is? Go to God first, get instruction. God, what you want me to do with this money? It's my plan. I go to God. I pray a few times a day. God, drown out the noise. What do I got to do with this money? God, what you want me to do with this business? God, how you want me to pour into your people? God, where you want me to sow this money? God, who you want me to stay away from? Fast, fast, fast. Pray. Fast, fast, fast. Pray. I got a plan. I got a plan. That's the plan. Go to God, fast so I can hear God, read, pray so I get intimate with God, so I get the instructions, so I can execute. That's a plan. All right, let's go, man. Before we get to the show, man, Jose, let's show them Kansas City, man. Better get y'all a plan.
The Chiefs are really interested in having you come in and deliver a session to our rookies. It's going to be kind of a quick turnaround, but we would like to have you out here on September 10th, which is a Tuesday, for our rookie educational session. But you're going to be kicking off our financial literacy piece.
If y'all don't mind, I just want to take like 30 seconds to just say a quick little prayer, bro. Heavenly Father, I just want to say thank you for this opportunity. This is definitely good soil, and I'm grateful that you have allowed me to be here and share my experience, and I ask that you use me as a vessel to speak to these kings, man. We talking about brothers, we talking about fathers, we talking about uncles, we talking about grandfathers in the future, and they will definitely have to be the people who navigate their family through these untrying times. We come to you, God, saying thank you. We appreciate you. In your name, we say amen. All right, so let's get into something. In order to be a great player in this league, I'm a Saints fan, so pray for me. You feel me? So pray for me. But outside of athleticism, tell me something that is vital to you being successful in this league. What about film watching? How essential is it to watch film? 80% of your success in this league is film watching. What film watching does is it allows you to do what? Understand your role, understand your opponent's role, understand the game plan, understand the scheme, but also it helps you correct your mistakes. Am I right? The wealth game is the same way. Woo! That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. All right. So we definitely was thankful for that, Jose. That was a good run for us, man. So before we get into it, man, let's shout out some of our people right quick, Jose. Goddess in the building, T. Patton in the building, Six Hustles in the building, J Mac in the building, Shazam X in the building. Jose, we got 3,000 people in the chat. All right, we got Sue Lee in the building. We got Jackie Martinez in the building. We got Erica Liverson in the building. We got Coach Marie in the building. We got Richard Judge in the building. We got Marcel Mays in the building. We got Double R in the building. Isis Evans in the building. You know, we got Rams in the building. Queen Tora in the building. Kiara in the building. A lot of more other people in the building. Dancing Diamonds in the building. Let's go, man. All right, so let's get started, man. Let's get started. Let's go to our, there you go. Let's get our mantra, man. Let's get our mantra, man. Let's get it, man. I am a certified Wall Street trapper. I'm confident in my ability to make great investments. The stock market is a machine that prints money, and I am more than capable of operating this machine. Not only will I free myself, but my family will eat for a lifetime based on the information I apply today. I'm a money maker and a wealth builder. Today, I break all chains that anchor me to that poverty mindset. My ancestors will smile now because I've turned our last name into an asset. My family's purchasing power will increase indefinitely. Today, I make the declaration that no longer will I be a slave to money. No longer will a generation behind me inherit lack. No longer will I submit to selling my time for money. I am a first-generation millionaire. I am the architect of my family's legacy. I am a certified Wall Street trapper, and Wall Street looks like us now. Let's go. Let's go. All right.
The bass is going crazy out here.
Tootie back that thing here in the 85 Cutlass. Tootie thing here in the 85 Cutlass, you heard me? Somebody said this should be America's national anthem. I hear that. Thank you for that. Jose, we got to go on tour, dog. We need a tour, dog. If not a tour, we need one big show to like end the date, dog, end the year. We need like a big show somewhere to end the year, dog.
What month though? That'd be like November-ish.
Maybe December.
Get everybody ready for 25.
Maybe like a December. You know what I'm saying? Do a show like in New York or something.
I ain't mad at it.
You know what I'm saying? Like a big show promoted for like 2 months. See if we can fill out a house, fill out the Apollo.
People put in the chat. Y'all want us to New York? Let us know. Y'all want to see Trap in New York? Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? Even if we don't do a tour, we just need to do like one big show to let the people know we still outside. You know what I'm saying? I know we got a lot going on. We moving a lot. We got some big things going in play. We just need to do one big show, Jose. And like one of our key, it could be in Atlanta. We always in Atlanta.
Always in Atlanta.
What about Chicago?
Chicago in November, December is nasty work. That cold be in
Bring
your
out
bones.
the puff jackets.
Nah, that's a different type of cold in Chicago.
Go to L.A.?
LA is cool. DC.
I'm not going DC, dog.
DC.
DC ain't show me no love when me and Marcus went. Everybody was at work. Everybody was at work for the government.
That's 5 years ago.
Everybody was in the White House.
Everybody home now.
Speaking of that, Amazon told them people got to come back to work, Jose.
I heard.
All right, let's get to our show, man. Shout out to everybody that's here, man. Let's go, man. Word on it. Tootie. Stop trying to speed the show up, dog. You know we got to come in, man. We got to go Heat check. Come on, Tudor. Stop trying to speed this show up, man. At least give us the there we go. All right, Jose. So listen, on the heat check, man, we got 0.79, right? So that's 1 million, almost right under a million more calls than puts. Now, let me say something. All right, go to our heat map. Go to our heat map. Let me see our heat map. All right, so listen, this is not a bad heat map right here. Right? I personally think we are preparing for something. So here's what we got. We got Google up, Meta up. Microsoft did a little something. Microsoft just did a 400. I wrote this down. Wrote this down earlier. Microsoft just did something amazing, Jose. Microsoft just did a $400 million buyback, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, big, big, big. So here's what I want people to understand about companies like Microsoft and about Apple, right? So I think the growth, they are no longer like the growth companies. They are now considered like cash cows, right? Like they aren't dead. They have growth, but they aren't the Nvidia. They aren't the A-Nets. They aren't the Netflixes. They still, you know what I'm saying? But they solid. But they have, like right now I wrote something down earlier that I wrote down. And it said that Apple, watch this, dog. This is a crazy stat. Watch this. So right here, it says that Apple has, it's crazy. Apple has spent $600 billion in dividends over the last 7 years, more than any other company in the S&P. I didn't even go look no more. And the reason why is because it lets you know that while these companies may not have like superior growth no more, they're still big cash producers. Big cash producers. So let's see, we got Oracle. So shout out to Oracle because its CEO is now the second richest man in the world. He passed up Jeff Bezos. I got to give Ms. Kim her shout out. So inside of our Patreon group, no, that was in Trappin Anonymous, Ms. Kim brung in I forgot what the guy was from, but they talked about Oracle. This was like maybe 4 or 5 months ago, 4 months ago or something like that. And he was like, yo, what they are about to do and what they're doing. And so Larry Ellison, because guess what he's saying? He's saying that AI, and I want people to know this too, Jose, this AI is here to stay. And we're going to talk about that tonight because companies like Salesforce, companies like Snowflake, Workday, Monday, they in trouble. All the cloud businesses are in trouble. They are in trouble. They are in trouble. They are in trouble. We're going to talk about that tonight. They're in trouble. They're in trouble. Trouble. All right, so BRBK, Visa, MasterCard, American Express. What a Patreon at? Our American Express. Mook, J Mook, shout for the $100 super chat, man. Appreciate the super chat, family. All right, let's go a little further. Netflix, let's go. All right, let's go a little further. And the needle moves. And the needle moves. And the needle moves. I like that. And the needle moves. All right, let's go a little further. Let's go a little further, too. We got to talk about the money. We got to talk about the money. I know some of y'all didn't hear what I said earlier, and it says that, I'm going to say this. This is, I appreciate that super chat. Remember, how I want to say this? There's abundance all around us. when you treat the world like you are in lack, the world then gives you lack. When you treat the world like it's lack, the world will give you lack. When you treat the world like it's full of abundance, the world would then do what? Reward you with abundance. And so that's like what I told y'all from that thing from Proverbs 24 and 3 and 4. It says that, not Proverbs 24 and 3 and 4. It was, I think it's Corinthians 6 and 9 or something like that, where it says like, whoever sows sparingly, reaps sparingly, but whoever gives bountifully reaps bountifully. And just want y'all to know that, man. Like in your life, you know what I do, Jose? Bro, I give all the time without even pronouncing that I'm giving. And the reason why I do that, Jose, is because I understand, bro, that like, just like I said earlier, ain't no politicians. Like, I go to God, yo. I go to God for my money. I go to God for my health. I go to God for my direction. I go to God for my resources because that's the source. And when we stop putting so much emphasis on what man do. You know my therapist told me the other day, Jose? We're going to get to the money too. We're going to get to the money. My therapist told me something the other day, bro, and I sent this to somebody. It hit me, Jose. He said, he said, God didn't reveal your trauma to you in the past because it would have broke you. He said, you're in a season now where he sees you're working. And because he sees the work you're doing, he's now allowing you to peel back the layers piece by piece so that he can position you where he's already want you to be at. So I sat back for a second, Jose, and just thought about my life for a minute, bro. And I was like, all right, bro, like, I think about how far I've come, right? I think about, like, bro, like, me and Brandon was sitting right here shooting content, and we get a call from the Kansas City Chiefs, bro. And I'm like, what? And we get in the building, and the people like, nah, bro. Guess what they say? We got your name from the New York Giants. I was like, huh? I ain't never talked to the New York Giants. Jose, we never talked to the New York Giants. I don't got a clip. But we went and talked to the NFL. And they had players from every team in the room. But for the last few months, I just been doing the work. Heavy on doing the work. And when I say heavy on doing the work, heavy on doing the work. Let me tell y'all something that ain't gonna show up on none of the clips. Me and Jose go in a place, and Jose got the camera, and the lady says, y'all can't film. Mind you, we signed the contract. I was specific. I'll take a cut from what I normally get if you fly my team with me and we film. So let me say this. The lady, her name is Melissa. She was phenomenal. She was heartbroken that she had to tell me that. So I said, listen, us not being able to film is like the Kansas City Chiefs playing with no logo on their helmet. I said, I know it's not you. Just let us talk to the guy who said that. So talk to the guy, comes, and he's just like, yeah, y'all can't film. He's standing on business, but he protecting the team. So I said, listen, I understand. But you got to understand, I want you to understand from my perspective. And this is how I know I've been doing the work. Because the old Trap would have been on some, man, I don't need this. I'm straight. You ain't even paying me enough to be here. But I said, nah. I said, God need me to be here. This call came from God. This ain't me. I ain't go get a PR and ask this. So this is a different type of situation, Trap. So I said, listen, we talking, and I said, we don't even need to film the player. We just need the content. So he was like, I understand that, but no. He was like, we done had other people come, blah, blah, blah. You can't record. I said, listen. He said, nobody can record. I said, listen. There has to be a compromise. I said, I curate this message specifically for y'all. This ain't nobody else's message. But I need my guy to record. And he said, I tell you what. So Jose said, we only need a couple clips. So I said, I tell you what. We can make the clips 45 seconds to a minute, not even the 3 hours. You're not going to see the whole thing. It's just 2 or 3 clips. He said, I tell you what. Before you post the clips, will you send the clips to us so we can review them? I said, you got it. We shook hands. I said, Jose, before we go speak, I'm going to do something I ain't never done. I always pray before I get on the stage. I said, but I'm going to pray with the players before I even give the presentation. And the reason why I did that, Jose, was because I wanted God to know I see you. I just wanted God to know I see you. You made the call happen. The old me would have got in here and got on some flesh. We stayed poised. We even let the man be in control. But the reason why we prayed before, in the room, with the fellas, was me saying, God, I see you. You in control. It don't matter what this man talking about. He doing his job. But he's just a resource. You're a source. Without disrespecting that man, saying, bro, do your job. And guess what we did? Every time we did something, we sent it to them. They looked at it. They approved it in like 30 seconds. Jose sent it to me. I sent it to them. She sent me back 30 seconds later. Yep, done. Obedience. Integrity. Because I could easily say, man, I don't care what they say. I done recorded it now. No. Integrity. Obedience. All right. Let's go recession portfolio. I just thought I'd say that to y'all right quick. I heard T.D. Jakes say something that was real good one day. He said that your obedience will give you credit for things when your faith fails. That one's still sitting on my spirit. All right, let's go to recession portfolio. We got God and money. Jose? God and money. Listen, if y'all don't like it this week, it is. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. I just want y'all to know, moving forward, you're going to get a little bit of God on this show. Just let you know, moving forward. Yeah, but we're going to get a little, they're going to get a little, you know. Yeah, we let them know beforehand.
This day church.
All right, let's go, Jose. 2 days, let's give it to them. Recession portfolio, man. All right, so we put a play in today. This one turned negative at the end of the day. That go our meta play. Everybody in the meta 505 play. Yo, in my Patreon, we was this close to getting out that play this morning. It turned green for a hot 2 seconds. I couldn't get out of it fast enough. Bro, that play is making me, bro, I want to punch that play in the face, bro. I want to punch that play, bro. Like, I want to punch that play, bro. But let's go, man. So we got our service now plays still doing good. We got one of them video plays doing up. The other ones are down. It is what it is. We got until March and February. Let's go a little further. Then we got the PA and W play down, Qualcomm play down, all my SMA, TSMs, all of them down. Ah! Damn, I wasn't supposed to show that play. Damn, 2 days. How we messed that up, dog? Damn. I told you, Black, the wing play out, bruh. Dang. On the other one. Dang. Well, today we put a wing stop play in, man. Dang. Well, Patreon, I apologize. An honest mistake, you hear me? Honest mistake, man. So, I didn't, Titus said, why you showing the wing stop play? I thought we blacked it out, bro. My bad. Ah! My bad, bro. We definitely did not mean it. I told, blame Tootie. Y'all be liking them beats? Get on him. Y'all be liking them beats? Y'all be liking them beats? He was too much bass, like he in a Cutlass. That's why he didn't hear what I told him. You know what I'm saying? He didn't hear me because I told him turn the bass down. So we put the Wingstop play in today, man. Dang, I don't like that they see the Wingstop play. You know what? I just sowed a seed. Just sowed a seed, you heard me? So Wingstop play went good today. Let's go a little further. Go a little, all right, right here. Now go a little further, one more. What other plays that, Tootie? There we go. I told y'all that the Berkshire play and the American Express play was gonna turn. I told y'all that was gonna turn. Y'all ain't believing me. Y'all, oh ye a little faith. Oh ye a little faith. I told y'all, I said they gonna turn. Y'all don't trip. All right, so we got the crowd strike play. It didn't do what I wanted to do. We got time. Eli Lilly play still doing good. So we all right with that. Go a little further. Yeah, we showed that already. All right, so we got our buy and hold plays. As y'all can see, somebody said that's the second time, Trap. Huh? Man, to the slip, man. Yep, so I'll talk about it right after this, though. So here's the buy and hold play. Still doing good. I think last time we was up at 45%. We was at 45, so only down 1. So we still doing good on the buy and hold. Still got that same $5,000 sitting right there. $5,000 been up for 6 months. Let's go a little further. All right, so here's our buy and hold plays, man. Allstate still cracking. Costco still cracking. Centess still cracking. Deckers is the only one that's down. EME still doing good. FICO hit an all-time high today. Eli Lilly killing it today. Meta ended the day pretty good. NVIDIA down a little bit, but we still up 133,000. PWR and VRTX. I want to say something to everybody, man. I feel personally, shout out to my people. Shout out to Ashan. So Saturday, we had a 3.5-hour Zoom call with our Patreon top tier members. This morning, we actually put 3 plays in the Patreon. Shout out to Carlton for the super chat. Thank you, brother. We did a 3-hour call. Yep, the Wingstop play, put it in the Patreon this morning. I actually had a great call with our Patreon members in the top tier, 3 hours. 3.5 hours we did. Man, so amazing, man. They actually poured into me this time, too. That was amazing. They poured into me this time, so that was fire, you know what I'm saying? So salute to that. And I told them my game plan. I'll tell you all the game plan that I have. I feel like here's my hypothesis based on data information. We about to get this event. And the event was, we got some retail numbers today that helped. We actually got some industrial numbers today that helped. Tomorrow, you get a rate hike, a rate cut, supposedly. Because you don't know what Jerome going to do. Now, Jerome don't cut, there's going to be some problems, right? But then, after that, Thursday, you got QW happen. So, I personally came out with this conclusion. I feel like, based on this event, I told my Patreon members that was out on a call, I said, I personally feel like, based on the data that happened last week, based on the data we had today, and I didn't make a play till after I heard that retail data numbers. With this hike coming tomorrow, I'm willing to endure what typically happens during quad winching to be in position already, because I personally feel that the flow from the rate cut will overpower the repositioning of QW. That's how I feel. Yep. So typically I'll wait till QW quad winching. I'll wait to that before I get in a play. Because you allow that to position you, right? Because, our biggest thing is buying assets on sale. That's our thing. But I feel like we got set with we got in alignment with some amazing events, which was, we got great numbers last week with CPI data, some other stuff. Then this week, we got the retail numbers. Tomorrow, you might get a rate cut, and then QW happens Thursday. I personally feel that based on the data from last week, based on the data from this week, based on the rate cut, it will be a stalemate. And what I wanted to do was be in position for how the market responds to a rate cut. Something that they have been anticipating for a year now. That has been the story for the whole year. But they'll cut in this month. They'll cut in this month. They'll cut in this month. And so my play was, let's get in position with some new plays before the cut, but based on the retail data went in a different way, I would have stayed on the sideline. Remember, I had $700,000 sitting on the side, right? So I deployed today about $450,000 this morning. I deployed about $450,000. So it doesn't mean my hypothesis is right, but based on data, based on the line of events, I wanted to position myself to be on the front end. Now, the market did really good up until about 12 o'clock, and then it just started navigating. It went from being up 1.4, hitting a new high. But remember, today it hit a new high. So what happens when the market hit a new high? It always going to retrace. It's not going to just keep running. It retraces a little bit so it can. So that's the thing. So now the debate now is, will we cut 50 or will we cut 25? And then there's a whole story behind that. So if it cuts 25, the market is saying, okay, good. That's what we expect. We expect it. That will probably do good for technology stocks. It'll probably do good for your semis. But if the market cuts 50%, it'll probably help the industrials. It'll probably help the energy. But it'll also tell the market, hey, what does the Fed see coming that we don't see coming? Because 50 is aggressive. And then you also have a group of people saying we should get 75. Right? And so if you navigate that space, I think 25 is expected. 50 is not off the table because it went from 2% to 59%. So, but I'm not going to lie, I don't see 50. I don't see the justification for 50. But if you start at 50, that means you are truly trying to stop something, because that's an aggressive play. An aggressive play can be good and bad because an aggressive play says you're going for 50. What are you trying to hide from us? So people may be cautious. So, and I'll be honest, based on the housing data, we need to see these job reports numbers and the payroll numbers. Those are going to be essential to tell us what's going on. So I just wanted to break that down to us. I hope y'all enjoyed that little breakdown right quick. Let's get to it, Tootie. Let's get to it. What we got up first, dog? All right, the roller coaster of the market. This is cool. So as I sat back and looked at some of the data, shout out to Steve. This is such a dope graphic. Oh, Jose, so we did something today, y'all. I want everybody in the chat to say salute to Steve. So our Wallstreet Trappin page is almost at 400,000. I think it should be at 400,000 subscribers. I literally didn't get the plaque. I told Jose, let's send a plaque to Steve. Because Steve is responsible for all of my graphics. He has been responsible for all my graphics before I knew any of you all. Right? My first logo came from Steve. When I was doing t-shirts, I had nothing to do with Wallstreet. He was making my t-shirts. Freestyle Urban Web. And I remember I told Steve, that was the name of my thing. And I remember this was 2000, my dope got kicked in 2009. I moved in this other spot 2010. I said, all right, probably about 2011, 2012, I met Steve. And I told Steve, if you rock with me to the end, dog, I promise something special gonna happen. I didn't know what it was, but I said, dog, if you rock with me to the end, something special gonna happen. My first YouTube page, he created everything. This YouTube page, he creates everything. The graphics, that's all him. I do not have another graphic designer. We're trying to work on getting one. He just has a current because he set the bar so high. And he's all I'm used to. He is all I'm used to. So he sets the bar so high. So everybody says, and he quick. And that's the thing, and that didn't happen overnight. It happened when he started adjusting to my pace. He started adjusting to my pace. So everybody in the chat say salute to Steve. So what we did was we got the plaque for the personal page and we just sent it straight to him. I said, he called me, he said, dog, I can't believe you sent me that. I said, listen, bro, you deserve it. I don't even want a replica, bro. It's yours. He said, bro, I know what this meant to you, dog. I said, bro, you mean more to me than that plaque, dog. That's your page, dog. That's your page, dog. You cut all the content up for that, dog. So we definitely put it in there. So shout out to Steve, man. Anyway, let's go further, man. The roller coaster ride of the market. Let's look at it, man. Let's go. All right, so watch this, y'all. The S&P 500, has seen 4 market cap swings of $2 trillion or more since August 1st. I want you to think about that. Since August 1st to now, the S&P has seen 4 market cap swings of $2 trillion or more. In fact, since August 1st, these 4 swings have moved a total of $12 trillion in market cap. Last week, the index added $1.8 trillion, more than the total market cap of 5 U.S. companies. Meaning put together. That is a lot. NVIDIA alone added $400 billion in market cap last week. We are seeing trillions of dollars of market cap moving on a daily basis with current volatility. So what does that mean? So let's take us on a journey. So August 1st, the market loses in that $3.5 trillion. From there to about August the 20-something, it adds $5 trillion. And then goes up. And then now between August maybe the 10th through August the maybe the 26th, it adds $5 trillion, right? And then from August maybe 26th to September maybe the 2nd, it loses $2 trillion. And then from September probably the 2nd till Friday of last week, it adds $2 trillion. These are severe swings. But the most important part about that is this. The most important part about that is this. If you panicked, you took unnecessary losses. If you stayed, you endured some pain. You got some relief, but you probably didn't get all the way back to where you was at. And then you took some more pain. But watch this. You ended right back where you were a week prior. That is the market, dear friends. Only for the market today to hit an all-time high. Only for the market today to hit an all-time high. So what I like to tell people is, get this to Steve for me. I'm buying him lunch for him. I love him, King. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much, family. Grasshopper, keep up. Thank you so much. So I want us to understand that for us, we cannot dictate what the market is going to do. What we can say is, here is my plan. Here is my plan. Not my concept. Okay? Here is my plan. And you build the plan based on what? Data. That's the only way you can build a successful plan. The only way that you can build a successful plan in the market is by looking at the data. Because the data gives you a picture of what the market typically does. How we feel about that? All right? And I wrote something down. And I want us to do this. In order for us to change the way that we look at money, we must invest and move and connect to money different. In this realm, we must have, in this era, we must have knowledge, tools, and faith. Knowledge gives us the information. Tools mean we have the equipment. That means we are equipped in the faith in God and the market. Knowledge. Well, knowledge and tools are two completely different things. Knowledge tells me how to use the shovel. Knowledge tells me how the shovel is used to till the soil. The tool is the shovel I use to move the soil. Faith in God, because he provided the shovel and the soil, but also faith in my ability to use the tool to produce the thing that needs to be produced. Knowledge, the tool, faith. Knowledge, tool, faith. Thank you for the super chat, beloved. A lot of times what happens is, we missing one of those components. And watch this. A missing component in a formula restricts the effectiveness of the formula. At that point, it is just a concept. Watch this. H2 without the O is incomplete. E equals MC squared is a complete formula. Anything missing from that formula means the formula is incomplete. An incomplete formula cannot do the thing that it was intended to do. Let's go a little further to it. All right. Watch this. So here's something I told my people. Right? At this point, we done seen a chart similar to this 4 times this year on this show. And the reason why I keep bringing it back is because it is imperative for us to have data. Data is a part of the knowledge. Knowledge to faith. That's right. H2 without the O is not water, 100%. That's why I said it. So here we go. Let's look at it again. We're going to show this again next year. This is historical data from 1970. This is not something that I just made up, y'all. This is not something that I just made up. Shout out to the super chat, beloved. Man, listen, thank y'all for the super chats, man. I love y'all. Watch this. Watch this. January, we can expect what? 1.1 on average. February, slower month. March, 1%. April, 1.4%. The only month that's better than April is November. Well, I wonder, what happened this year? We had a bad April, but guess what we had? An amazing May, an amazing June. So the market don't always repeat itself, but it rhymes. So that don't mean every year since 1970, April has been the best month, but they say as a collective from 1970s to 2023, this is the data on the market. Please take a screenshot of this. Take a screenshot of it. Print it. Don't even keep it in your phone. Wherever your computer at, wherever your book said about your information about stocks, take a picture of this and put it right over there. You know why? Because this is going to show you how you need to navigate the market. This is going to show you how you need to navigate the market. Okay, let's go. May, 0.4. That means, what does that mean? That means the market running high in April, in May, it's going to slow down a little bit. June is going to slow down a little bit more. July, we're going to get a pop. We got a pop for, on top of this, I want you to circle July, and at the top of July, I want you to put the best 2 weeks in the market throughout the year is the first 2 weeks of July. I want you to write that down. This is not me speaking. This is historical data right here. This is historical data. If you ain't learned nothing else from me, you can take this blueprint and stick it where all your investment books at and say, here's my guide to the market. Here's my guide. These are the months I'm super aggressive. These are the months I'm laid back. It behooves you to disregard what you see on this chart. Okay, so what does that tell me? If I'm a trader and I'm trading short term, and I'm gonna put myself in position in February. I'm gonna put myself in position in February so I can bang March out, so I can bang April out, May, I'm going to get a little bit. June, I'm going to get a little bit. July, I'm going to bang out. I want to get out of position, take my profits. So in August, the market ain't punching me in the face. September, I'm ready to reload toward the end of the September so I can rock with October, rock with November, rock with December, rock with January, peel back off some in February, position myself March, April. What we doing here? But also, what does that also tell us? In the midst of that, what we going to get? We got another chart that told us we're going to see this many corrections in a year. We typically see this many 10% pullbacks in a year. We see this many typically 10% pullbacks in a year. We see this many 5% pullbacks in a year. We see this many 20% pullbacks in a year. The data is right there, y'all. The problem is we don't use the information, we don't use the tool, and we ain't got no faith. So how we going to make some money in the market? How we gonna make some money? We trying to guess. Oh, Trap, I put this call in, and then I give you a tool. Option masterclass. It's a tool. It's literally a tool. Okay, I can expect this to happen. I can expect this to happen based on historical data. It may not happen exactly like this, but I expect this to happen. Okay, cool, bet. I know how to play the game. Why do I got to be scared of September when I know October give me 1% on average, November give me 1.6%, December give me 1.4%, January give me 1.1%. Matter of fact, if I ask my trappers right quick, if you've been in a Patreon since last year, we took a beating in August, we took a beating in September, middle of October, what happened? We went from October to April. We ran from October to April. And if I'm mistaken, we probably did like 11 plays straight before we took an L. We ran from October to April, literally. We went on like a 10, 11 play win streak before we had one loser. Why? Well, because April didn't do as planned. But watch this. October did as planned. November did as planned. December did as planned. January did as planned. February did as planned. March did as planned. By the time April come, we was like, shh, okay, get you some. Get you some. So it punched us in the face in April. We was cool. It doubled right back and said, here you go, May. Here you go, June. Here you go, the first 2 weeks of July. And then it says August and September. Okay, bet. I'm not mad. The market is being a market. I don't gotta, well, Trap, I'm chilling. I told the patron, I said, hey, yo, we chilling right now. I'm gonna let you know we're gonna execute. I'm straight. And this is my first play probably since I came back from Italy. I'm lying, the Berkshire plays was a month ago. So I ain't made a play in a month. Somebody say, why take a beat in September when you can make regardless direction either way? I don't want to play that game. I don't want to play that game. The market goes up 79% of the time. I'm cool with sitting on the side, letting my plays do what they do. I don't got to try to do whatever the market doing. I know what I want to do. I'm not mad at nobody that try to make money both ways. We put a couple puts in this year that made a couple money. That ain't what I do. I like to put that money, let that thing run. We got a strategy, we got a formula, we got a plan. I don't deviate from the plan to try to make some money. I make way more money when I stick to my plan. You make way more money when you stick to your plan. That's my plan. My plan is when the market start going down, let's just reposition ourselves. Let's stack our bread. Let's take some. That's why I told the patron, hey, this is a 20 to 50% season. Y'all, you get 20%, 50% on something, take your profit, put it on the side, because we position it for the next run we're going to be on. We don't got to chase nothing. And so far, my plan has been working for the last few years. Not months, years. Take a picture of this, man. Screenshot this. I want to write something down, Jose. Proverbs 6, 6, and 8, right? Go to the ant, you sluggard. Observe it. Observe its ways. Be wise. Without a leader, without administration or a ruler, it prepares its provisions in summer. It gathers its food during harvest. Why do we say that? Why did we say that just now? Why did I put that right there, Jose? You know why? Because like the ant, watch this. You know what the ant does? The ant don't go ask the queen ant what to do. It don't. It don't go ask the queen, hey, what we got to do? Because the queen too busy doing what the queen got to do. Guess what the ant doing? They gathering. You know y'all problem? We don't like to gather. We just want to collect. We just want to collect. You don't want harvest. You don't want to put up. You just want to collect. The ant got a plan. The ant don't got a concept. The ant got a plan. The ant put in the work. The ant learned from other ants. The ant inherited information to help it succeed at being a harvester. Watch this. The tradition, the heritage of the ant is to have teamwork, to store, and to gather, and then eat off the harvest. As a retail investor, we the ants. We the ants. Individually, the market crushes us. As a collective whole, we giants. As a collective, we the most dangerous investors in the game. But as an individual, we get crushed. That's why they call themselves whales. That's why they say we dumb money, because they don't give us the credit to say, oh, I can beat the market back to back to back years by double digits. I can go get 3-4 million out the market. I can get my retirement out the market. I can save my family out the market. No. They think you are dumb money. So that's why they charging you all these fees to do your 401k. They charge you all these fees to do your retirement. They charge you all these fees to be a financial advisor. You know why? Look at the ant, you sluggard. Meaning, stop being lazy. Stop saying what you don't know how to. I don't know about stocks, Trap. I ain't good with Matt, Trap. I ain't good with. You're lazy, sluggard. There's another one of my favorites, one of my favorite ones. You wicked and slothful. We dangerous together. 3,700 of us in here tonight learning about the market, learning about putting a plan together, learning how to execute right now. That makes us dangerous. That's 3,700 people. At some point, somebody going to say, man, I can control my own 401k. I can do my own self-directed IRA. What am I paying you for? 3,700 people in here. Somebody going to start their own one and compare what you doing to what your financial advisor doing. And you're going to say, hey, you know what, bro? Go on, get my money, dog. And I'm not trying to put nobody out of business. What I am trying to do is empower you to let you know you could do it. Look at the ant, you sluggard. How do you build a house? You build a house first off understanding. It is established through wisdom. And through knowledge, it sees precious metals and riches. God and money. Let's go a little further, Tudor. All right. Don't run out of dip. Don't run out of chip for your dip. So watch this. Since 2010, buying a 10% dip has been successful. Wait a minute. Tootie, back up one more time. Back up one more time. Go in reverse one time for me, Tootie. Well, wait a minute. September is the worst month in the market. What the what? September is the worst month in the market. Fast forward to it. Watch this. September, buying 10% dip has been successful. Average return ratio of positive returns by buying a 10% dip since 2010. At 1 month, a month return, watch this. A 1 month return gives us about 1%. A 3 month return, you get about maybe 5%. A 6 month return, you go over 10%. A 12-month return, you get over 20%. Look at God. That's the average return. So the light blue is the average return. The dark blue, navy blue is the buying a 10% dip. Now watch this. If you bought a 10, oh my God. Watch this. If the market is down, how I got intimate. If the market is down and you keep running from it, you are running in the opposite direction of the money. If the market is down and you are going the other way, you are essentially running from the money. But watch this. If you buy more, okay, Trap, what is one of the key essentials to the options masterclass? We buy options at a discount. Now, I'm going to say this, and I'm not saying this with no flesh. Nobody talked about buying options at a discount before me. It wasn't part of nobody's strategy. Nobody talked about buying options at a discount before me. It was a part of nobody's strategy. But I did like the ant. I just looked at the information and I said, how is all these people really making all this money? If you buy stocks cheap for buying whole, why not buy them cheap for option? And then I created a formula. And the formula said, here's how you find a strike price. Here's how you find an expiration date. And this is how your win percentage go to 79%. Watch this. In 12 months, you increase your returns by 20%. In 2 years, you increase your returns by 25%. In 5 years, you increase your returns between 40 and 90%. Now, let me make that make sense to you. Watch this. What if this is why we also only buy options plays in stocks that I would own? You know why? Because the market will reward quality day after day. So imagine getting a 20% return or a 30% return on a buy and hold. Imagine what that looks like in a 1 year option play. Let me make it make more sense for you. We get into the 505 meta play. They go for earnings. They beat earnings, they beat revenue. They had a metric that slowed down. The stock falls. I like it at 505. The stock falls to $415. We put in a 423 call. The stock is now 518. So what my thing with that, dog? And then I like the 505 call. I did about 25 contracts. When it fell to 415 or whatever that was, we did the 430 call. I doubled it. You know why I doubled it? Because when they reported earnings, ain't nothing go wrong. Earnings were still good. Revenue was still good. They just gave lower guidance on like Instagram Reels. I said, oh, this is a game. Load up on it. Load up on it. The formula's in the option masterclass on how to play the game. Knowledge, tools, faith. One cannot be missing from the formula or it's incomplete. Go a little further, 2 days. And this is why I feel like everybody can be a millionaire in 5 to 7 years, bro. This is why I feel like everybody can be a millionaire in 5 to 7 years, man. Because you build a house with what? Understanding. Wisdom establishes it. And knowledge fills the rooms with precious metals and riches. Now, here's what we know. Money can't buy you peace. Money can't buy you mental health. Money can't buy you happiness. But the Bible tells us that money is the answer to all things. Things. Meaning, you can pay all my bills. You can make sure my house is straight. You can make sure my health care is good. You can make sure my kids go to school. You can make sure we got food on the table. I can even buy the car that I want. Right? I can wear the clothes that I want. I can make sure my kids straight. I can buy all assets. All of these are things. But your peace, your happiness, your health, your purpose, your connection with God, those are things where you got to go get that from God. But guess what? When you get the other things out the way, it's easy. I'm saying this in no form, shape, form, or fashion. But when you don't got money problems, you can deal with the other problems way easier. When you don't got money problems, you can deal with the other problems way easier. God and money, y'all. Tootie, why my thing at? Where's my thing? Thank you. Hi, man. So this dude, you got to salute Sam Walton, bruh. So Sam Walton and Helen Walton, Robbins, right? They now have 3 kids, bruh, worth $100 million. This is insane. Huh? 100 billion. No, 100 million. No. That don't supposed to be 100 billion. Wait, hold up. I might be wrong. That's 100 billion. Steve right? Yeah, he right. I'm right. I did it right. 100 million ain't even the richest. You got to be in a billion club. So Sam Walton now has 3 heirs in that 100 billion club, dog. So he has Jim and Rob Walton lead the way, both worth 102 and 105 billion. And Alice Walton just missed it because she's worth 999.7 billion. So she missed it by 300 billion. $99.7 billion. She's just 300 million short. That ain't nothing but a good $5 stock surge. Walmart stock go up $3. Money in a bank. I want you to understand how dope this bloodline is right here, dog. Dog. I'm not even mad at this, dog. So think about this. This one man had an idea for a drugstore. And it turned into Walmart. Now, when I was young, I remember the store, the Real Superstore. I thought they were too big to fail. The Real Superstore. A lot of stuff you ain't heard of, dog. Who?
Caldor.
Al Gore's?
Caldor. And Kmart.
Okay, so when I was young, we had the Real Superstore. Okay? We had the Real Superstore. Bro, they had everything. Everything was in. If I'm being real with you, Walmart took their playbook. It's a big yellow store. Bro, Walmart took their playbook. You could go in that store and get everything, bro. From guns, everything, bro. Huge. I'm talking about this was the first store you like, yo, this is a big store. The Real Superstore, bro. It was, you like, yo, this is a big store. Their store was so big, you used to have to use a quarter to use their carts. They had the locks on you to put a quarter in and you get it. I remember it. We should try to steal them. As soon as you get outside the perimeter, they lock on you. This was, bro, yeah. Bro, you take the cart off the thing, it locked. It ain't moving nowhere. I'm telling you, they got the whole the blueprint. In 1993, bro, it's the exact same store. I'm trying to tell you, like, when I look at it, I'm like, bro, this is their blueprint. This is their blueprint. Walmart wasn't that big, bro. The Real Superstore, bro, I'm telling you, this store was gigantic, bro. You ain't never heard that store before? Bro, this store was Bro, it was gigantic. Huh? It was in the South? Bro, it was gigantic. When I see Walmart, now I've been saying, I'm like, bro, and I didn't even know it. I'm glad you said it. I didn't even know it, but when I was like, bro, this is Walmart's, this is the Real Superstore playbook. 12 million. This is crazy. They bought them people for 12 million. Amazon took Walmart spot as number one. They go back and forth. Amazon and Walmart go back and forth. They go back and forth.
12 million in their couch now.
Huh?
They can find that 12 million just sitting.
Well, watch this though. Watch this though. Oh, you saying Walmart? Yeah. But watch this though.
One of the heirs.
They probably. Let me see it. Let me see the whole thing, Sean. Bro, we didn't have Walmart growing up like that. It was the superstore.
That's what I'm saying. I had only Kmart and Caldor. We ain't had no Walmart.
All right. Walmart acquired a retail chain, the Real Canadian Superstore, in 1993 for $12 million. At the time, Walmart was already a major player in the U.S. retail, but its international presence was relatively modest. The acquisition helped Walmart expand the footprint in Canada, where it would later be a significant player. That is crazy, dog. That's about the time, dog. Is that the same one, though? Let me see, man. Let me see. Let me see. That's it. So what happened was, here's what happened. In 1995, Lowballs decided that Nationals decided that Nationals and the Real Superstore could no longer justify to remain open. So they closed both chains and left America to focus on the Canadian market. And so that's what happened. So Nationals and the Real Superstore closed down. They focused on just the Real Superstore in Canada, and Walmart said, no, let me buy. Oh!
I'm broke,
Damn!
baby. I ain't got no money. Bull.
Bro, you know how good that is?
Johnny, I can smell him with money. Even Ray Charles.
Yo, we just did that in real time. Bro, listen to this
And
play.
that's the new show that's gonna be coming on too.
Huh?
The new show.
That's the new show we coming up. Chill. Okay, so let's think about this play right quick, y'all. Let's just think about this. Let's just think about this play right quick. Walmart is competing with National and the Real Superstore. Watch this. National and the Real Superstore are having problems because they're also big in Canada. So their Canadian-ran business is hard for them to understand a lot of logistics that's going on in America. Walmart, when they close the store, the people make the idea, you know what, it's better for us to close down here and just go on and focus on dominating Canada. But what happens is, this is so good. There's actually not a problem with the store. There's a problem with management. We just unlocked something. There's a problem with management. Because watch this. Any great business, if operations and management is good, systems are in place, you can run the business anywhere. So it's not that because listen, Walmart doing the same thing. It's not that there was a problem with the product. People always need food. People always got to go shopping. People always need everything that they had in there. It's not a problem with the product. It's a product with the management, which shows us when we don't got good management, companies fail. No matter what market you're in. So there's a problem with these two great supply chain stores. There's a problem here, but they thinking it's a problem because they not understanding the geographical things that's going on in America. They can't get it right. Somewhere there's a problem. So they say, you know what? We're going to cut the American product and we're going to focus on the Canadian problem. Not realizing it's not the American product, it's the management product that's an issue. So when they go to Canada, they have the same issues. But Sam Walton and his family is so smart, they understood, guess what? It's not the product because we got the same product. It's the company. So guess what? We're going to give you $12 million and 20, 30 years later, we worth billions. Because you had poor management. Watch this. Watch this, Jose. Watch this, Jose. I got a word for you. Proverbs 13:11. Wealth quickly dwindles away, but amasses little by little. We just unlocked something. We just unlocked something. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to our word for the night. Let's go back to our word for the night, Jose. What's our word for the night, Jose? The word for the night says, watch this. We went to something, we said a house, right? Through wisdom, a house is built. By understanding, it is established. And knowledge, oh my God, knowledge, the rooms will be filled with precious metals and riches. What did Walmart do? They had wisdom from dad. The wisdom came from his experience of being in that industry. Understanding of the industry. What did he understand? He understood that it wasn't a product problem. It was a management problem. It was a leadership problem. It was a faith problem. And he just applied the knowledge. Guess what? I got 12 million in my pocket. I got 12 million for it because guess the thing he had that they didn't have too? Vision. Vision. And what does it tell us? Lack of vision, and people do what? Perish. They ain't had no vision. When you ain't got vision, what you do? Panic. When you ain't got vision, you can't see straight ahead. When you got vision, the things that everything moves you now. I want to build this company, Trap. Oh, but this happened, so I got to stop. Oh, but this happened, I got to stop. Oh, but this happened, I got to stop. Oh, I'm a detour here. Oh, I'm going to wait till the kids get out of college. Oh, I'm going to wait till I finish this. Oh, I'm going to wait till that happen. I'm going to wait till they do this. I'm going to wait till my job let me do this. You ain't got no vision. You ain't got no vision. You ain't got no discipline. So you ain't got no knowledge. You ain't got no wisdom. You ain't got no understanding. You ain't got no vision. You ain't got no discipline. How the hell you going to build some wealth? I told you earlier, you got to build the moat around you that vaccinates you from all them excuses and all them people around you that ain't about pushing forward. And so now Sam Walton been gone for a few years and he got 3 of his seeds. His seeds are not just billionaires. You're talking about 100 billion or more. So guess what happens now? We have now established a new normal. Because here's what happens. I want you to understand this. Sam Walton was never worth 100 billion. Jose, Sam Walton was never worth 100 billion. He didn't get there. But guess what he did do? Plant the seed. He put him in position. Because a good man leaves his inheritance for his children's children. A good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. Sam done put about 6 generations in position. Generational wealth start with one person having a vision. All it takes is one. You got to be the sacrificial lamb. He put the purpose in you. He put the seed in you. He didn't get a seed to the little one. He didn't get your seed to that little one. He didn't get a vision of her. He get a vision of you. You got to plant the seed in her. You got to show her what to do. You got to lead the way. They got to see you putting in the work. Sluggard, go look at the ant. You got to, the heritage of the ant is to put in the work. The ant ain't never questioned the work. The ant ain't never questioned the formula. The ant ain't never questioned the plan. The ant ain't never questioned the purpose. Well, I don't really want to be an ant today. I'm going to go be a waltz. I want to do what the waltz do. I want to be a waltz. You know, I don't want to get with all 300 of y'all and pick up the apple that somebody threw down here. I want to be a bee. I want to go sting somebody. I want to be a cockroach today. I'm an ant, but my purpose is to be a roach. No. I'm an ant. The problem is, y'all keep questioning the purpose. God done put this thing in your belly. and you keep talking about what you don't feel like doing. God done put the thing in your heart, and you keep talking about if such and such act right. You wait for, God ain't asked you to act there for their permission. God ain't tell you to wait on them. You keep trying to run the play by yourself. God keeps saying, bro, I told you you making this hard. I ain't making this hard. Jose, it's taking you 40 years to get to the promised land. If you listen to me, you get there in a week. It's taking you 40 years to get there because your heart posture ain't right. Your belief ain't right. Your faith ain't right. You keep letting other people put how they feel on you. You keep going to your friends asking them, what's your opinion on my business plan? What you think I should do? God said, I ain't tell you ask none of them. Come to me. I ain't tell you got to get a master's degree. I ain't tell you had to get a PhD. I ain't tell you had to get none of that. I gave you the plan. I told you prepare the victuals, family. But you don't want to do none of that. You don't want to do none of that. You keep on asking another unsuccessful person how to become successful. You keep asking another person who ain't never made $1 million what their ideas on a multi-million-dollar plan that's in your spirit. You keep asking a broken person, how do you supposed to operate as a healed person? They don't know. They don't know. So why are you asking them? Worst case scenario, go get around some millionaires. Worst case scenario, go get around some healed people. Worst case scenario, you want to be a husband, go get around some husbands. You want to be a good wife, go get around some good wives. You want to be a good spouse, you want to be a good entrepreneur, go get around some good entrepreneurs. You want to be great at your career, go get around some people who great at what they're doing. You can't go get around the people that's opposite of what you're trying to be and expect to be great at it. This ain't how this work. This ain't how this work. You keep saying you want to be a millionaire. You keep saying, and I ask you what the plan, you say, I don't know. I got a concept. Well, who you hanging around? Any of your friends wealthy? No. Well, who do you follow on Instagram? Any of them people wealthy? No. What mentor you got? I don't got none. What course you took? I ain't got none. What community you in? I'm just by myself. I'm an introvert. Well, how we gonna get somewhere? How you gonna change the heritage? He changed the heritage. He changed the expectations. He changed the philosophy. He changed the quality of life. He gone. He dead. He out of here. Listen, Jose, he ain't never was worth 100 billion. His family bought it. What we talking about? What is we talking about? How you gonna tell me this ain't possible? As long as you got breath in your lungs, it's possible. But faith without works is dead. What we talked about? Knowledge, tool, faith. And any one of them missing from the equation, it does not work. Any one of them missing from the equation, and it does not work. Let's go a little further, Tootie. My bad. I apologize. I had a little rant.
You be trying to drop us off, bro.
Huh?
Everybody talking about clip it up. That's like 40 clips just today. I just want to know before we go into Salesforce, though. From an ant to a wall. What is the word?
Waltz. You know what a waltz is? A what? You know what I'm saying? His family bought it. His family
George
bought it.
trying to get back serious.
That's why I say he wasn't never worth 100 billion. But guess what he did though, bro? He put the vision. You know what the vision was? I can tell you right now what the vision was. Based on how they move, I can tell you what the vision was. Hey, yo, we're gonna be the biggest store in the world. That's the vision. Hey, we're gonna be the biggest store in the world. Don't let me down. Here's how we got store number 1. Here's we got store number 2. Here's the regions what we good at. Here's store number 3. Here's what we need to go at in order to be good. Here's the type of people, not just black people, white people, Spanish people. Here's the community that we're going to be at. Then we're going to create these side stores. They're going to be called neighborhood Walmart. They're going to be green. The big Walmart going to be blue. This is what we're going to do. Oh, the world started pivoting in 2000 and something to online. Guess what? We got to pivot too. Guess what? And then the next generation comes and they start saying, oh, this is what Amazon doing. And guess what they say? Uh-oh, this is what we got to compete with. The older ones don't know that, but the younger ones do. Well, I don't know how to work the online. Don't worry about it. I'm the 5th generation. I know how to do it. So now that everybody that comes on board, guess what? And you don't just get this bread. You got to lay stake in the ground. Because guess what? Watch this. It's so easy for me to lay stake in the ground when I know that I got 100 billion waiting on my name. Bruh. I put a, what? Man, I'm up early. Attention Walmart shoppers. Attention Walmart shoppers. What we doing? What? Hey, man, get them racks up, bro. What you doing over here, boy? I get them racks. Now you ain't got your khakis on. What you doing? What? Who I got to hire? Who I got to fire? Where I start off at? Unemployment checks? What I'm starting at? Where I start at? Because what I know is Alice got 100 billion. John got 100 billion. B. Worst case scenario, I fall on 100 million. I ain't tripping. You feel me? You feel me? It's in the blueprint. The blueprint says 100 billion got your name. And here's the great part about that. It gets accomplished faster and faster. Because now it gets easier to get. It gets easier to get. The first million is hard. The first 100 million probably the hardest. But guess what? It gets easier because we start understanding, oh, we can do this. Because here's the next thing that we not talking about. Here's the next thing we not talking about. The information and the knowledge always evolves. All right, we're going to start right here. Then we're going to go to our, that was so good, bro. That sound Walton, dog. No, I told you that, bro. Every time I saw that, bro, every time I see Walmart, I should be like, bro, this is the real superstore, bro. Bro, every time, and I didn't think about nationals, though, so when I read that, it just blew me away. But every time I would go in Walmart, bro, I'd be like, bro, this is the real superstore. Bro, the real superstore store everything from guns, shoes, clothes. You might go in there and buy car insurance. You can file your taxes in there, dog. Haircuts, nails, everything, bro. Bro, it was the real superstore. It's a big yellow sign. And they just changed it to blue. So you know Sam's is owned by Walmart. Sam's is Walmart. Bro, I'm telling you, I had to go in there. Every time he's like, well, this is the real superstore. And I was like, what happened to them? Good job, Sean. Sean, good job, bro. That's crazy. All right, let's go with this right quick, man. So, Salesforce is in AI trouble. So I wrote this down today, man. Oh, that was so good. Jeez, Louise. Jeez, Louise, that was good. All right, so I wrote something down today. And so Salesforce now remember, this company was up around July. It was doing really good, but it has taken a beating lately. And here's why. As generative AI gets better and better, and companies like OpenAI and these other companies, as they get better, they start putting pressure on these cloud businesses like Salesforce. If you don't know what Salesforce does, is Salesforce does all the back end work for companies, the CRMs, right? Well, think about how companies now are. Lady MG, thank you so much for the super chat. So you think about companies like Snowflake and Workday, and they all do similar things. They back end of the business. Well, generative AI is really like cutting them out of business. Because companies are saying like, yo, why do I need to do that when I can just get the open AI and I don't got to deal with you no more? And so they did a projection. Salesforce was averaging since 2013 up until like last year, they were averaging 20 to 30% revenue growth. Well, they got them projected for 25 going down to like 18, 13, which is not good, right? And so here's the thing, man. Like every company has to adapt. Every company has to adapt. And so just collaborating with NVIDIA ain't gonna make you know what I'm saying? Just collaborate with NVIDIA ain't gonna. You got to go in now. So today they had the thing called Dream Day, but they changed the name to something called Agent. Damn, I wrote it down. I can't find it. They changed the name. They saying he might change it to. All right, so you got companies like Salesforce, Workday, Adobe, and Teams. So watch this. Salesforce, Snowflake is down 43%. Workday down 9%, Team is down 33%, and Salesforce is down 2%. And so one of the things, Agent Force is what he's working on launching. And he said Agent Force is going to be big because they're going to focus on working with healthcare, finance, and retail. They aim to launch 1 billion Agent Force agents, and they seek to include Saks, OpenTable, and Wally, and they're creating their own version of generative AI, and they're going to need that. They're going to need that. And he said he's also thinking about changing the company's name from Salesforce to Agent Force, right? Kind of like Mark did with Meta, right? Sometimes that helps disassociate. And so they under war. Like AI, I'm going to tell y'all something, bro. This AI is real, bro. No, Dreamforce. So check this out. Dreamforce is the name, is the idea. They want to change it to Agent Force. He's thinking about changing it to Agent Force. Oh, here we go. Y'all ain't listening to me. I hate when they ain't listening to me. So Dreamforce is the name of the event that they do every year. Dream is the name of the event they do every year. He's thinking about changing the name to Agent Force, which is going to be their version of integrating AI into the business. And so he's thinking about changing the name to that. And my thing is, he's going to have to spend a lot of time. Now, mind you, I'm not going to lie, this guy, Mark Benioff, he's been a really great CEO for this company. He's fought off activist investors for the last 2 years. He's fought them off. Right? He's fought them off for 2 years. Like, nah, y'all ain't come and take over my company. I'm good. We got this. He's done real good. But we're watching the world evolve. And that's why it's so important for us, y'all. Like, the reason why I want us, like, I'm going to be real with y'all. Y'all be laughing at me when I say, like, dinosaur companies and all that. But I say that for a reason. Because a lot of these companies going to be under attack. Think about right now. What did you just saw? Mr. Beast, Logan Paul, and what's the other guy name? KSI. What they did? They launched a healthy version of Lunchables. Why did they do that? Because they like, yo, Lunchables is trash. They are. What's the thing they call it? They full of carcinogens. Like once I read that like 6 years ago, I never fed my daughter another one. Carcinogens, that's what it is. Carcinogens, that's what it is. Like, it's like, yo, this is cancer. You know it's cancer. And you still just sitting there to feed it to people. So they coming up with something. And I said this a while back when I saw the dude, Mr. Beast, drop the Hershey bar. And this dude really went on a show and said, beep, Hershey. I said, whoa. I said, he on a different level. I said, he on a different level. But he said, these candies are trash. When he looked at the ingredients, and he said, it's going to cost me a little bit more, but I'm going to make candy that put them out of business. I said, bro, you can't put Hershey's out of business, dog. Surely you can't put Hershey's out of business. But then I thought about something. And he said it, and I said, oh, he got a point. The thing that I love about this generation and what I love about the internet is it allows you to build a community. Every week we come to Trappin Tuesdays. We spend 3 hours here. We did a tour, not based off my Instagram page. We did a tour based on Trappin Tuesdays. Because there's a big difference from having a brand and building a platform. So all my business owners, I want y'all to work on something. I want you to work on building out a platform. Whether people you go to, whether people who you're trying to touch, they can relate. We come do Trappin Tuesdays every Tuesday for free. This is not a paid webinar. This is not a webinar trying to upsell you on something or downsell you on something. This is a show that is designed to give you free game for 3 hours, install some more faith in you, trying to change your belief a little bit. Every day we try to move the needle. But also, you can, if you go from Trappin Tuesdays 1 to Trappin Tuesdays 110, guess what? You done learned a whole bunch of game here. You done made a whole bunch of money off the free information. You done learn more out the market off the free information. You know why? So we create a place for our tribe to come. Y'all know each other in the chat. You feel me? So if you're a CEO, if you're an entrepreneur, guess what? Build your brand, but then go build your platform. And guess what? This page is now at 122,000 people. Salute to every last one of y'all. Guess what? They got people that done built YouTube pages way faster than me. Mr. B said in 6 months he can have a page with 10 million people with faceless. But no, guess what? I'm okay with that. Guess what I do know? These 122,000 people, these my people. These my people. I love on y'all, y'all love on me. Y'all correct me. I don't fight y'all when y'all correct me. If I'm wrong, I'll be cool with that. But what happens is he said something that was dope. He said, when is the last time you seen the owners of Hershey? He said, when the last time you seen the owners of M&M? He said, my people see me all the time. I said, oh, that's good. And when he said that, I said, he probably could put him out of business. He probably could put him out of business. You know why? Because that's all we did. That's all we did. That's all we did. That's all we did. We got in front of our people. We say, all right, guess what? Everybody making money on the market. Y'all say y'all making money. Yeah, guess what? Every Tuesday we're gonna show y'all the whole. We're gonna create a portfolio just for y'all, and we're gonna beat the market every year. And we're gonna make money in the options market every year. But guess what? We ain't gonna do. We ain't gonna hide them losses from you either. We're gonna show you them losses. And guess what the people said? We like that one right there. That's the one we like. The one that don't hide it from us. The one that show it to us. And the one that stretch our belief, because he's showing us he made this amount of money, that amount of money, that amount of money. Damn, that's a lot of money. But guess what? We watched him build it from the bottom. So we go put 500-600 people in a show. I don't feel no type of way about that. I feel lovely about that. Because my Instagram page alone wouldn't allow me to do an 8-city tour. But we had to come build a platform for 2 years before we said, let's go hit the road, bro. We had to build a platform before we could say, let's take all that merch and bring it on the road and do a few $1,000s every time we go to a different city. Not because we just wanted to try to sell something, but because we wanted our community to be able to distinguish themselves when they out in public. We wanted Wall Street look like us now to be a uniform. And so for all my entrepreneurs out there, go build your platform. Because if you do not build a platform, you have no way to truly connect with the people who won't connect with you. All right, let's go to Flush It or Flip It, man. Let's get to it, bro. What is that, Jose? Mirroring content? What is that? Mirroring content? It's anesthesia dry. Oh, okay. I'm like, what the hell is that? I'm like, what the hell? All right, so here we go, man. Let's get to it. Flush it up, flip it, Jose. Let's go. How y'all feel tonight in the chat, man? How we feel, Jose?
Man, they laughing at when you say waltz.
It's a waltz.
I cried.
What is it? What is it?
Wasp.
Man, ain't no way in the world I'm about to hear all that. I mean, no way in the world I'm about to say all that, man.
You gotta put that on that.
Ain't no way in the world I'm about to do all that, man. I done got stung. It's a waltz. It's a waltz, man. I'm from New Orleans, man. Call me what you want. It's a waltz.
I get a new one every week.
It's a waltz. What it is, Jose?
Wasp. What up?
Wow.
You go on my Maryland, but that wasp, that's crazy. That's one of the wildest things I heard. Other than aluminum foil.
That man want me to say wasp. That man want me to say wasp. How do you even say that in a sentence? Oh, man, look at that wasp. So you said it in a sentence like that?
Nah,
you said it in a sentence?
Right there.
Like, man, that's a big old wasp.
You did. Yeah, I did stretch it, but you stretched it. Yeah, I got stumped by a wasp.
That's what I'm saying. Like, man, it's called a waltz, dog. Waltz. Shator, what you say? Y'all out of y'all mind. Nah, man. Do you pronounce the G in lasagna?
Bruh, see, now you're doing too much. We can't do that with the English dialect because this is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Jose pronounced the G in lasagna.
Bologna.
How you say lasagna?
Lasagna, bruh. Come on, bruh.
Jose, you pronounce the G?
Malone.
You pronounce the G in lasagna?
Nah, but I say water Malone. That's my new drink.
What is that?
Now we go get the seeded water Malone. Look how you spell that drink, dog. Look how you spell it.
Melon, bro.
Water Malone.
Oh my God.
Look to the flip it.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Watermelon. Oh my God. Watermelon, my God. Oh my God. No, you know the funny, I'm gonna we gonna get to this verb. You know the funniest word to me in the English dictionary, bro? Colonel. Colonel. Colonel.
Like
The rank. Bro, that is not colonel. That's colonial. Hey, bro. Hey, that is the worst word. That has to be the worst word in the English dictionary. It has to be the worst. It has to be the worst word. It has to be. It has to be. It has to be.
I don't even know how to spell that joke.
It has to be. Colonel, bro, why does it even start with a C? Colonel.
Nah, that joint is trash.
Colonial.
Yeah, that's trash. Nah, that joint is trash. I don't even know how anybody learns English anyway.
Bro, it has, bro, the English word has to be the worst English put together. The worst,
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
Bro,
Spelling.
Colonel, bro, Colonel has to be the worst word in the English dictionary, dog. But it has to be.
Nah, baloney.
No. I can see that though, because
No, you can't see, but Bologna.
the G is silent like lasagna. Nah, bro. Colonel. Nah, all right, let's get to it, bro. Let's get to the flush it up, flip it. But Colonel, dog, that thing got an R in it somewhere, man. Colonel. Kern. Just put Kern. That thing say colonial or something. All right, let's get to it, man. Flush it up, flip it, man. Let's go. Y'all know this is one of our favorite parts of the show. We look at things from a short-term perspective more than anything. Let's get to it, man. First one on the list is American Tower, Jose. Oh, app loving? Oh, you saw that, huh? Yeah, nah, it's year high. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. You know how it go, man. They be watching me, man. American Tower provides real estate investment services and owns, operates, and develops multi-tenant real estate properties, offer lease of space and communication sites of wireless services, providers, radios, and television and broadcasting. So basically, they have the towers and then they rent the towers to AT&T and stuff like that. Year to date, Jose, they are up 11%. 1 year, they up 33%. 5 years, they up 11%. They pay a 2.7% dividend yield, Jose. Flush it up, flip it.
We getting money? We getting money. We're not getting money. But look, the studio audience looked at me like I was crazy.
Nobody like that. All right, next is Enbridge. So it engages in the provision of gas and oil. It operates through the following segments: liquid pipelines, gas distribution and storage, gas transmission and mainstream. Liquid pipeline segment consists of common carrier and contour crude, national gas, liquids, and refined products, Jose. Year to date is up 12%. 1 year is up 14%. It pays a 6% dividend.
Yawning? Nah, we're going to flush.
I ain't mean to yawn. Pick your poison.
You got to repeat what he said.
Pick your poison. If it's bad, it's bad. All right, that trash. Trash. Ain't beating the market. All right, Train Technologies engages in the provision of solutions to buildings, homes, and transportations. It provides through the following business segments: Americas, EMEA, and South Pacific, Jose. The company is up year to date 55%, the 1 year 85%, and 5 years 200%, Jose. This was a lottery pick.
Yeah, we definitely flipping this, and one of the things you just said, though, that kind of resonated, it ain't beating the market. So now, that makes sense when you say that.
Yeah, because they don't know.
That's good. That's good.
Now, if my girl asks me what's going on, I'm going to give her a deep explanation. That's my girl. All right. MPLX, Jose, the operation of midstream energy infrastructure and logistic assets and distribution of fuel services. It operates through the logistics and storage and gathering and processing segments, Jose. Year to date, Jose, it is up 19%, and 1 year is up 25%, Jose. Flush it or flip.
On this one, we're going to make some money.
I like that. I like that, Jose. All right, so this one is Arch Capital, Jose. It engages in the provisions of property and casualty insurance and reinsurance lines. It operates through the following segments: insurance, reinsurance, mortgage, corporate, and other. Jose, year to date is up 52%, and 1 year is up 43%. Jose, it pays no dividend at all.
No dividend. We still going to flip.
Gonna flip it? I like it.
Yep.
All right, let's go with this one, Jose. Lionsgate Studios. Lionsgate Studios. It engages in the provision of motion picture and studio operations that bring a varied portfolio of entertainment to consumers. 1 year is down 38%. Year to date is down 30%.
Yeah, that thing old, brother.
All right, next is Alcorn. It engages in the development of manufacturing, marketing, and market surgical equipment and devices, pharmaceutical eye drops, and consumer vision care products to treat eye disease and disorder, Jose. Year to date is up 25%. 1 year is up 16%.
We're going to flip. We're going to get money.
What
Squad say we getting money.
Get money with that one. Gotta be adamant, man. Make your pick. All right. Cardinal Health is a healthcare service and products company which engages in the provision of customized solutions for hospitals, healthcare systems, pharmacies, ambulatory surgical centers, clinical laboratories, and physicians' office. Year to date is up 10%. 1 year is up 26%. Jose, what you gonna do? Flush it or flip it?
I don't like it. We're going to flush. I don't like it. It ain't beating the market. It ain't making money. I mean, it ain't beating the market. The people want the song.
I like Cardinal Health. I like Cardinal Health. Here's why. It's in the healthcare space. Healthcare companies outside of Eli Lilly are not going to give us like crazy numbers. But what it does give us is healthcare services that provide and engage in hospitals, healthcares, ambulatory service centers, surgical laboratories, and physicians' office, which means they produce consistent cash flow. They give us a 2% dividend, and in 5 years, they up 134%. In 1 year, they up toward 26%, which means they beat the market last year, and this year, I like them. Cardinal Health is a go. It's not personal. It's not personal. Little bit. If you ain't rocking with me on this, we'll be talking about it later. All right, last one is CHE. Kim, something like that. One of them English words. Engage in the provisions of healthcare and maintenance services. It operates through the Vitaz and Roto-Rooter segments. The Vitaz segment operates through hospice and palliative care services for patients and through a network of physicians, registered nurses, home health aides, social workers, and clergy. The Roto-Rooter segment includes plumbing, draining, and water restoration. 1 year to date is down 1%. 1 year is up 12%. Jose, flush it or flip it.
Yeah, no, they gotta go. Roto-Rooter. Let that thing go down the street.
Good job. All right, let's get to it. All right. Let's go.
Hey Trap, thanks for answering my question today. Shout out to Jose, he gave me permission to ask you 2 questions. My first one, I'm interested in adding a cybersecurity stock to my buy and hold portfolio, and so I'm looking on a long-term horizon. If you could only choose one stock, which one would it be? Because I'm eyeing like 3 different ones. I'm having a hard time making a decision. The second question is, I've taken the options course, and the strategy there tends to be on a long-term basis, but some of the plays have just been like a few months out in terms of expiration dates. So like what factors go into your decision on expiration date, or like when you kind of deviate from the formula in the course? So I'm trying to get inside of your mind. I appreciate you. Made a lot of money with you this year. We trapping, baby.
Oh, that's good. First, cybersecurity. I definitely still love CrowdStrike. If you had to alter CrowdStrike, I'll go with, I like Palo Alto. Most people go with Palantir because it's the cheaper one, but I mean, between CrowdStrike, Palo Alto, Palantir, it's kind of just a choice. You can't go wrong with either one of them. Like, you can't miss with either one of them. It's just personal preference. Palo Alto would probably be the biggest one if you wanted to be safe. If you wanted to be safe, talking about 5 years, the stock is up 385%. You wanted to be safe. Talking about CrowdStrike being up 323%. And you're talking about Palantir being up 264%. So you're talking about the difference. So you just figure it's about preference at this point, and which one do you see has the most potential for you? You know, for me, I've been in CrowdStrike since $54. So I've been staked my claim. But I do think that that space is only getting bigger as we go more into generative AI, as we go more and more to technology. That space is just gonna blow up. So as far as with the expiration dates, if you go back into the course, there's a part where I talk about based on this, decides if I go further out. And I want you to go look at that again, because I don't want to say that on the show because that's part of our sauce. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's part of our sauce. So there's a part in the course where I tell you, based on looking at this number, it tells us how, if this number increases, when we're looking at our strike price, we go look at a certain number, a certain indicator on there. And I say, look at this number, and this number determines how far out we go. But remember, we're going at least minimum 6 months. But this one number could match with that. Once you do your 10, 15, 20, that number, based on every one of those, tells you how far to go out. And I got to say that without saying it. You know what I'm saying? So go back and go look at that part right there. That's an important part. That's an important part. Yeah, people pay for, yep, they got to, I can't, yep. Double R said they got to pay for that sauce. It's a fact. Yeah, I'm already giving you the players, right? Yeah, so go look at that. Go back when you're doing your breakdown. There's a part where I say, based on this number, after you do your 10, 15, 20, based on this number here, this tells us how far out to go. And you remember, you ain't going no less than 6 months. So if you're looking at that number, it's going to tell you where you got to go at. So go look at that, and you'll be like, this the one right here. This the one right here. So, yep, go check that out. Great job, man. Next question.
What up, Trap? What up, Jose? And this opportunity. After the rate cut, assuming we get 25 on the cut in October, do you believe that a good dip range for Apple, for example, will be in between the price of 210 and 200? I actually want to confirm, few things that I'm looking at on my end, but any information and every information helps coming from you.
Yep.
Thanks, man.
Now, that's a great question, King. I actually think you're about to get that now. I think you're about to get that within the next 2 weeks. Because, and I want to shout my Patreon out because a couple weeks ago I said, I'm cutting this play. We got out the Apple play. We took that chain, we took that bread, because I would have been, Bro, I would have been pissed. I would have been pissed if I would have still been in that Apple play and that thing dropped $7, bro. Based off lower iPhone sales too, and that options play, bro, I would have been heated. What? So we did real good at that. But I actually think you'll get in that range. I think you may touch 210. I think you may touch 210. I don't know if you'll touch 200, but I definitely think you'll touch 210 based on the slower iPhone sales. You know what I'm saying? Based on the slower iPhone sales that went lower than they expected, I think you'll get that 210 range. 200, I can't say yes or no, but I think you can get that 210 range for sure. Next one.
Hey Trap, it's Anastasia. My husband and I have been a part of the Masters of the Triple Beam Patreon for a few months now, and we've taken your options courses, stock courses, and we appreciate all the work that you do. So here's my question for today. My husband and I have been learning more about candlestick charts and tools like the Bollinger Bands and MACD to get insights on market trends. Do you use any of these strategies, and how do you determine what cycle or pattern the market is in? We already leverage FinViz and some of the other techniques that you mentioned within the options course, but I would love to hear your insights and thoughts on some of these specific techniques to understand the patterns that the market is in. Thank you, Jose, for taking my question, and I appreciate your insight on this.
Man, I love it when a family is in it together. That's one of the dopest things to me. So I don't use MACD, but I do look at Bollinger Bands a lot. Anytime, there's this thing I use, and I've never said it before, but that's a good one. So anytime I'm looking at the Bollinger Bands and I see a stock goes outside of the band, I know it's about to fall. Anytime I see it go outside of those Bollinger Bands, I know it's about to come down. Anytime. I don't use it a lot, but it's something I'll go to. I never put it in the course because it's just something I glance at. Like if I'm kind of indecisive about something, a little bit, I'll go look at that. And if it's out the Bollinger Band, like I know it's about to come down. You can go use that. You can look at that. Watch. Every time you see a stock, you see it? Oh. Every time you go look outside, if you're looking at the Bollinger Band and you see it pop out there, you'll see it it'll fall. You'll see it fall when it pops. So when it's outside the Bollinger Band, you know it's like running. When it pops outside of that, so if I see it pop out that Bollinger Band, I know I'm gonna stay away from it. Yep, and under it too. Yep, you know it goes under there, it'll pop up. So I don't really use the MACD like talking about it. That ain't my thing. But the Bollinger Band, I do use it from time to time. That's in the chart reading area. Yep, it's 100. Like I said, I use some of them, but not all of them. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not crazy technical, but I definitely tap into some of them. You know what I'm saying? But Bollinger Bands is one I'm real familiar with. So I hope I helped you on that. That's a little cheat code for you. Yep. Bollinger Bands that lead you to the heart. Yep. Bollinger Band leads you to the bands 100%. I won't deny that. So Bollinger Bands is something I do. Like if I'm indecisive about something, that's probably my go-to to look at to see like where I need to go at. And if it's outside of there, I stay away from it. But it's floating inside of it, it's cool. If it's at the top of it, I'll stay away because I know it's gonna probably pop up and then I know it's gonna come back down. So that's probably my move with the Bollinger Bands 100%. Yep, like a fish out of water 100%. And all my Bollinger Band technical analysis people, y'all know if that thing pop out that Bollinger Band, you're like, let me leave it alone a little bit. Yeah, I don't really deal with the MACD too much. That ain't really I ain't that technical. That's a little too much for me. Not gonna lie to you. But Bollinger Bands is 100%. I rock with the Bollinger Band for sure. Especially if I'm like indecisive about something. That's probably the first place I'll go to just like get a little idea of how it's moving. It's a simple trick to follow because the market can be unpredictable. 100%. You 100% right, family. 100% right. Let's go, man.
Trial. Peace, positivity, prosperity to you, family. How's it going? It's Coach Thomas here. Jose, thank you for getting me on this call. Hey, so I have a question. I want to know what tips do you have for the family, for the trappers, for the Trapper Anonymous, and everybody that follows you on how to elevate your confidence when it comes to reinvesting the capital, right? Following the tips and things that you have shown so far. Like I told you guys before, my family has definitely increased the capital that we have, but it's a little tempting to be able to take that capital out and use it. So do you happen to have any specific tips that you use that you can share with us? In the meantime, you guys stay great. We'll see you at the top. Bye for now.
My boy got that Barry White. Boy got that, yeah. Boy come from that tribe.
With the cicadas in the background.
Boy come from that tribe. You hear me? I feel you, King. So he did ask about reinvesting capital, right? That's what he said. Any tips on about reinvesting the capital. Yep, so that's a good question. For me, the easiest thing for you to do for reinvesting your capital is ask yourself go look at your top 5 plays. Here's a great idea, right? So when you want to reinvest your capital, 1, all your dividends should be reinvested. That's 1. Number 2, I want you to look at your top 5 positions in your portfolio. I want you to give yourself a amount that you want to own in your top 5. It's going to be essential for you. I want you to give yourself an amount that you want to own. So I want you to look at your top 5 positions and say, okay, these are my top 5 positions. I want to own 25 shares of each one of these. I want to own 50 shares of each one of these. I want to own however many shares in each one of these. You don't deviate from that top 5. You don't add a 6th position until you own at least your number in 3 of the 5 of that top 5. You feel me? Because your top pick is your strongest one. Your number 2 is the second one. Number 3, right? That's how you should have them. Strongest to least. So you don't need to be putting money in your 10th position if you haven't reached your goal in your 1st, 2nd, or 3rd position. You don't need to be putting money in your 7th position if you haven't put money in your first 3 positions, right? So don't keep starting new positions if you haven't fulfilled the obligation of owning this amount in your top 5. So let's say your goal is 50. So your goal is to own 50 shares of every one in your top 5. So if your first one at 35, your second one at 25, your third one at 10, your fourth one at 8, your fifth one at 6. All right, I don't care if the 5th one is on sale. I don't care if the 5th one on sale, right? If the 5th one on sale and the first one is on sale, you go with the first one. Okay, you got 50 here. Okay, boom. You got 25 here. Now my next goal is to get 50 there. Now, if I got 50 in my first one and then my 4th one is on sale, I'm cool with putting another position and adding more in my 4th one because I've already achieved the goal on my first one. Does that make sense? So now you walking your portfolio down. You walking your portfolio down. You're not saying, oh, but I got these 15 stocks. And no, you ain't got no. You got a whole bunch of everything. Concentrate. These are my top 5. These are the 5. These are the ones that I want to navigate. These are the ones that got sole control of my portfolio. These are the ones that's going to take me to the mountaintop. Okay, I got 50 in all of them. Even if it's 10. If it's 5, that's cool too. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. I got 5 in all my top 5. Now I make a decision. Do I either increase my number to 10 or do I add a 6th position? Okay. I'm going to add one more. Okay, cool. So the goal now is to fill that 6th position up. But if any one of the top 5 go on sale, you buy more. But once you buy more, guess what you say? The new goal is no longer 5. The next goal is 15. Now you filling them up. You don't go to the 7th position. You don't go to the 7th position until you fill up 4 to 6. You always got to have 85% of your positions full from the number you put in your head before you move on. Now, once you get to 10, you stop. And you said, let me just increase the number of this now. So now if my goal was 10, now the goal is 20. The goal is 20, now the goal is 25. The goal is 25, now the goal is 50. You don't got to have a million different positions. Your best 10 is my best 10. I'm reallocating my capital to my best 10. You know why? There's 6,000 stocks on the market. No way, shape, form, or fashion can you own all of them. Neither should you try. That's why your 10 should be the most powerful 10 that you are convicted behind. What are the 10 I love the most? Well, Trap, I don't know. But now what you got to do? Process of elimination. Put 10 of them on the board. No, I do not want you to dollar cost average. Why don't I want you to dollar cost average? Because if you dollar cost average, you are now buying stocks higher than you should be buying them. That's why I said on sale. Dollar cost average means you buying a certain amount every month, no matter what. I do not want you to do that. You're going to mess your cost basis all the way up. This is game of returns. You get 10 positions, you buy them when they're on sale. We just showed you what happened when the market goes down 10%. Why does that make sense too? Because earlier we talked about the data. You get this many 5% pullbacks, you get this many 10% pullbacks, you get this many 3% pullbacks, you get this many 20% pullbacks. What does that data do? That data help us understand how we're going to play the market. Once a year, what you should be doing every year, once a year. You should be recalibrating it's easy for you now to say once a year, let me go reevaluate all 10 of my stocks. If you got 50 stocks, it's hard for you to go reevaluate all them 50 stocks realistically. So what you going to be doing? Buying anytime you get a chance. It's a dip, buy. It's a dip, buy. Because you're not going to reevaluate all 50 of them stocks once a year. You're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. But if you got 10 stocks, you could do that. And guess what? Guess what? If you want to start a new portfolio, you can. Or you can stretch it to 12, but I don't want you to have 30 stocks in the portfolio. Now you're an ETF. I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to do that. So make your position number size. And guess what, y'all? Warren Buffett is selling. Warren Buffett doing what? What Warren Buffett doing? Selling 500 million or something. So guess what? Your 50 shares, you still got a long way to go. I'm not trying to discredit you. I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I'm not trying to make you feel low. I'm telling you, at your 50 shares, you should not even much be thinking about getting out the position unless the story change. Guess what? You got 60 shares? Don't even think about, I'm about to take my profit. For what? You ain't made no profit yet. Talk to me when you get 100 shares. Okay, now we talking. Now you done made, oh, chap, I got 100 shares. Okay, now we talking. You done built that thing up to 100. Oh, chap, I got 200 shares now. Now we talking freedom. Oh, chap, I got 300 shares. Now we talking. Now we talking. Chap, I got 1,000 shares. Now we talking. I got 10 shares, Trap. I'm about to sell it and take profit. You ain't made no profit, fam. You ain't did nothing. You ain't even put a dent in the wealth, in the freedom fund. You ain't put a dent in the freedom fund with 10 shares. But it's progress. So you shouldn't be thinking about taking profit on nothing. You shouldn't be thinking about taking profit on nothing. Nothing. Talk to me when you get 100 shares. Now you talking about, all right, Chop, I want to take profit. And the only time you should be taking profit is you trying to take that and put it into a whole nother position because you're trying to get out that position. So the company you in, lose their CEO of the company you in, doing something, all right, Chop, I'm about to get out this plate because the story on why I bought it has now changed. So now I'm going to take the profit from here and move it somewhere. And here's what we do when we take profit. I'm going to tell you this. We should not be taking profit just to sit that money in our account. We should be taking profit to put us in position to make profit somewhere else. That should be the goal. That should be the goal. Great question, King. Great question, King. That's all we got, Jose? What an amazing time we had tonight. Man, I just want y'all to know this, man. I love doing this. I love doing this because I know that every night we are going to move the needle in somebody's life. That's the goal is for us, y'all. I promise you, we could be doing a whole bunch of other stuff. But this is important to us. Because we understand the times that we are in right now. We understand the importance of not just the financial literacy. We understand the importance of how to inspire people. We understand sometimes we got to dig deep. We got to dig deeper than just the money. We got to install a new principle. We got to watch this. We got to pull up the old roots. I remember when I was in prison, Jose, and I was in the work and cell block. And one of our jobs was to chop trees down. And chopping a tree down is not an easy process. Because once you chop the tree and get it to fall, that's just the beginning of the work. Once you chop the tree to get it to fall, that's just the beginning of the work. The hardest part of the work now is you got to now dig a hole around the base of that tree deep enough so you can start chopping the roots so you can uproot that tree. Chopping the tree down may take us a couple days. Digging that root might take us a week or two. Because we had to take the root out the ground, because if we ain't take the root out the ground, another tree was going to grow. So we literally had to uproot it. And bro, I'm going to tell you something. Them roots, they run deep. Some of us, we got some toxic roots that run so deep. It's the roots that's in us that prevent us from thinking the way we got to think. It's the roots that's deep in us that keep us from taking action. And we got to dig the roots up. So it's my goal, it's my team's goal to help you not just chop the tree, but to dig up the root. Because guess what? If the root is growing, if the tree was growing at one point in time, that means the soil is good. So what if I told y'all most of y'all are good soil, you just got bad roots? And so every time you come here to Trappin Tuesday, we taking a chop at not just chopping the tree down, we taking a chop at digging the root up. And we just gonna replant. We gonna change the fertilizer. And that's our goal here, man. That's our goal here. It's to help you blossom in more than just financial. It's to help you blossom in life, in all areas. Because guess what? You are the beginning of a new heritage to your bloodline. You are the new root of a new heritage in your bloodline. So when we uproot them old roots, we taking all the pain, we taking all the trauma, we taking all the mistakes, we taking all the I'm hard on myself. We uprooting all of that to implement new roots in good soil that's already there. Because if the roots was growing, that means the soil already had life. It was just getting fertilized by the wrong thing. The tree was growing, so we want to uproot it. And we want now fertilize it with confidence. We want now fertilize it with empathy. We want now fertilize it with grace. We want now fertilize it with God. It's the ultimate fertilizer. It's the ultimate fertilizer. And so with that, man, I just want to tell y'all good night. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And we'll see y'all the same time, same place next week. Before we go, man, make sure y'all, hey, Jose, we got to start really promoting our Trappin Tuesday on all podcast platforms. So we need y'all to go to all podcast platforms and download Trappin Tuesday, y'all. By this time next year, I know we could be the #1 show. We're going to start promoting that every day, man. And I want y'all to share that to as many people as y'all can. I want y'all to start listening to this while y'all in the car, listening to me while we work out, and tagging me on the ground while you're doing it. I'm going to start sharing y'all. We're going to start doing that, man. We know we got what it takes to be the #1 show. You feel me? Also, man, come join the Patreon, man. I'm telling you, we about to get real active. We about to get to it. You know, we laid low for a minute. We about to get active. I'm telling you, we about to get active. I'm telling you, we about to get active. You know what I'm talking about? Go ahead on and get your merch so I can justify paying George. If not, I'm going to fire him. You heard me? Let's go, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. See y'all next week, man. I'm out.